Looking past my reflection, thinking about what you mentioned. It was supposed to be the one to take every last pain away. Nothing on our loving, maybe time told us that we were different. Did it break you down? Staring at the ceiling, fighting off a feeling. One more minute, cause I just don't wanna come down. Don't wanna go back to how I used to be.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Dude, talking without my headphones on feels weird. Let me pop those babies on for a second. Wow, my voice sounds so different whether I have these things on or off, man. Too weird. We got ourselves more duels with the boys. EU, hope you guys are ready. Apparently they got tuning for the belt, which is unfortunate because I recently did a video like, here's the best abilities you pick up for your belt. Haha. So that's gonna need an update, unfortunately. How we doing on groups, by the way? Hunter simps everywhere. What do you mean? Dalaran a few eco domes. BM Hunter is a moderator now. Wait, are people running the new dungeon like as a mythic 0? Are people actually doing dungeons on PTR? If that's the case, I need to run the dungeon then. Hold on, if there's people running the dungeon, I need to run it then. What the hell? I was just running around getting footage from like world quests and shit like that, dude. What in the hell? Just rogue, you can enter mythic. So people, what is it, just random queue or people pre-mating it? Hold on a second. I need to join, like, run a couple of those then, just to get some footage. Yeah, I thought it would have been amazing when testing out some frost DK changes because everything in the open world just dies way too quick. How y'all doing though? Hope everybody has having a good one here, boys. Dal's busy hustling with the side gig, giving mustache rides. How did you know? How did you know? Was it obvious? Did I make it that obvious? Music a little loud. There we go. Alrighty, boys. Let me know how you doing with groups. Are we good? Are we looking for more? What's happening? I think we're sitting now for an hour or so. Group 2. Group 1 started. Yes, I can start the group 2 if you need it. If y'all want to join in for 5V5 1v1 DUELS, groups are going live now, boys. Right now. Plus, I think Leo, an hour. Alright, cool. I got you. I got you. I gotcha. You're appearing offline as well. Oh, that's my B. Yeah, that would do it. Okay. We are live, boys. We are good. Sorry about that. I'm online right now. If y'all want to join in, more than welcome to, by the way. The groups are live. Groups are up now. I love Judy every week. It's like, yo, we doing duels? I'm like, every week, my guy, every week. That's like clockwork. When we doing duels, maybe until later date. Okay. Sounds good, Johnny. I gotcha. I'll take care of the rest. Duels in US, please. If we got bodies, man, maybe. If we ever get bodies in US, then maybe. Last time we had to have a whole guild come in to help us out, man. But without them, like, we can barely get 2 groups together, man. Barely get 1 group together. Maybe we can get 1 group together. Split around the bruise tree. Busy work. With busy work, making it look like they were doing something, but it was all crap. I haven't... hold on. You can't be giving me spoilers like that. I need to still take a look at it myself. What the hell? Alrighty, well, groups are up. Plush got 1. I don't know if he's already got a group ready or not, but we got my group. You guys we gotta pile in here real quickly. Well, the invite, man. Does the morning want to join these? Potentially. Maybe. What does it normally invite, man? Oh my god. Did you send me YouTube link, bro? It's the same channel as before, my man. Same channel. There we are, duty. Same channel, my guy. YouTube link. What do you mean? Just go to the channel. It's right here. You guys found a way on the channel, right? You guys found a way here some way, somehow. Or, hold on. Or if you are part of the Discord, it's in the announcements. There we go. You guys found a way here. I'm pretty sure you can find a way here too, right? Hopefully, maybe. Maybe needs a little more help, a little more hand holding. Am I not? Can I? It's public. It's a public disc, my man. Just join. Anyone can join. Wait, hold on. Jody's been around here for like a year. At the very least, he's been joining duels for like a year. He never knew there was like YouTube Discord. What? I guess that just tells you the people don't read the description section like ever. I never knew that. You've been here for a year. You can't. That can't be real. No, it's gotta be a troll, right? That's gotta be a troll. Hey Bayek. Hey, wanna join Duels, friend? Hold on, boys. I gotta ask around. I gotta ask some bodies here. I gotta ask some bodies to wanna join up. Let me also post this in the chat too if y'all want to join in. We got the group right now in LFG Raids Legacy. If y'all want to join in right now, you're more than welcome to. We need like what, 3 more bodies? We need like 3 more, and we'll hopefully be good to go. Azrael, let's see if hey, want to join 5 later. He's in the BG right now, but I'll let him like give him a second here. Crazy Cat, yo, Dragon. Hey, he's in my Modraxical. Let's see him already. Yo, wanna join those? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. What's that back here? Wait, why do I have 2 of these? Wait, I need to have this. I need to have my chats. There they are. Now I can actually see what the hell's going on. Wrong chat. Yeah, all good, man. All good. Pally is on? Yo. Kodako is on. I don't join in. Is Saya in? Hey, got a group. Hey, got a group for duels. Holy, for duels yet? Question mark. See what Saya says. Who else do I get in white, man? Who else do I get in? Alex, hold on. Hey, duels. Dude, his name. Alex, I'm a plush group. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. That means I do need more bodies then. That doesn't mean I do need more bodies. Alex says later. Where is I was gonna say Telrion. Alright, how many paladins do we hate today? We know Saya's in. I don't know how many more paladins we'll see in here. But yeah. Alright, does Pascal want to join? If Pascal's in the pally. Hey, wanna join duels? See if he's down for it. Rest in Hell. Hey, duels? I'm sure Rest in Hell would like to join in. Hey, duels? Hold on a second. Hey, duels, my man. Hey, yo, what's up, my guy? Roween? Does Roween join these? I don't remember if Roween joined these. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him. Dev? Yo, on a human warrior? A level 11? What the hell? Did he get an account stolen or something? And he's like, just out there like advertising or something? Hey, duels? be down to join in. If it's a bot, then I'm sure we'll get a bot response. Ready if you still need. Yo, hold on. Bayek, my man. All right, so at least each team has a paladin, so we are perfect with that. Let's get see Venom main account. Oh, okay, level 11 warrior now makes sense. Okay. I don't reason maybe join later, but things. Okay. What did Rick say? Rick is already in the team. Oh, okay. So he's already getting snagged up, huh? Already got snagged up, yeah. Dope. Neat. Awesome. Beautiful. Wonderful. What did you say? Can I leave group or switch on shifty? Do whatever you want to do, man. Do whatever you wanna do. Do whatever you wanna do. Yo, TK. Thank you, man. No message? Thank you so much. You're wonderful, beautiful. Thank you for the one buckaroo. What kind of buckaroo is this? Canadian? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Very, very generous of you. If you had to re-roll, I would create a monk. I feel like the monk would be obviously a choice for you. Wait. I thought it was Taco Pounder that said that. I was gonna say it that way. Hold on, Taco Pounder. If I had to re-roll, I would create a monk. Really? Needs to house duels in old Gorbachev arena and hold a royal rumble and reward as the winner. What the hell? How are we gonna have people actually respecting 1v1s in a free-for-all area, dude? People are gonna get like fidgety and start fighting each other. It's gonna become mayhem. It's not gonna be ever real duels. The only way you'd be able to do that is if we literally have a group of 20 just there as bodyguards that would just kill people and take them out of there immediately. Or if I had some kind of like god powers or some GM type of powers in there. That's the only way that would work. That would not work for 1v1s. It's not going to be 1v1s. So how the hell do you determine a winner? Just a free for all, whoever's alive? You can just have somebody be a rat rogue, chill in a corner, be the last one standing, and snipe out whoever is super low at the very end. Like how would that be a fair winner? How would that be a fair winner? You know what I mean? If we did that, we would have to do it not in a Gorbachev arena. There's a better arena for that kind of content. It is a Warlord General. It is the big gladiator arena. You get a stacking buff for every target that you kill, so you're encouraged to keep killing because you get stronger and stronger. And this way, the rogue can't do nothing if he just sits in a corner. He just gets outscaled. While you get a reward for every kill you get. You gotta make sure you get the killing blows too, or at least be part of a kill, and then you can still step out and cheese some kills, but still. The more you fight, the more you get done. That is the only way to do it, man. Like more Onomasu, dude. We need a couple of Onomasas here. We need a couple of Onomasas. What did we lose, man? Goera's left? Is Goera switching over as well? We need a couple more bodies, man. Who else do we invite? Who else do I normally invite? Yo, Tagsy? That'll be a hell of a name to invite, though. Hey, wanna join Duels? Wait, Goera's left and came back on the same character? I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is happening. What is even going on? Wait, Zakari's in the It delves. I actually want to see if the card will be down. Go. All right, inviting Tama. Tama is in. We need one more, dude. We literally just need one. We need one, chat. Who is gonna be the one? Is Eloise in? I'm assuming Eloise is probably in already in one of the groups. So Rest in Hell said he'd be down to join in. Eloise is on. Oh, does Eloise need a group? Hold on. It was the mint. Hey, those. Got a spot for you. Somebody's gonna have to be lead here. Go Ares. No, yeah, go Ares. You want to be lead? You want to be lead, my guy? Hey, wanna be lead for me? Just gotta let me know how many bodies you got and stuff. Eloise said no, actually. Eloise is doing stuff, so we'll let her do the thing. Amori or Anto? Yo, hold on. Do we invite Anto? I haven't seen Anto here in a second. Hey, those? I'll just ask him. For the last few bit, he was kind of said no, but yeah, Bachi is a PvE guy, unfortunately. Calf? Beggar. Why does the name Beggar sound so familiar to me? What's it? Yes, Dragon? I did. Okay, he hasn't responded. I'm not gonna pester him about it. Miko? Oh, I wonder if Miko and Azrael are playing together, right? No, they're not. They're doing their own thing. Hey, you wanna join those? Miko, dude, I love Miko. He's awesome. Nax said later, so maybe we'll have him at some point. Panda. I don't remember if Panda joined these, man. I asked Pascal. Flush is already a group lead. Rest in Hell is doing stuff. Rick is already in a group, I think. How'd you guys snipe him up like that, man? How dare you snipe up my boy like that? Where's Cobra? That is the one we're missing, man. Can't tonight, sorry, early trip tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, where's Cobra at? Hold on a second. Is Cobra on? Cobra ain't even on. That is the problem. Mr. Cobra in here. Fingers crossed Survival Season 3 cheers said sick. Oh, like looks wise, no. Hunter Seer said looks kinda I interactions their own, but I didn't like it. It looks like a knockoff mage set in a way. Doesn't it though? I haven't taken a look at the bonuses though. I will do a whole video. Sorry about that. Going over every single spec bonuses for the tier sets. Right? I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, boys. I promise you. I'll probably do that video. You know what? I can work on it. Probably not tonight. It's gonna be a long ass project because it's a lot of tier sets. Because everybody got 2 tier sets in a season. You get 2 of them. 1 for every hero spec that you have. So everybody got 2. It's actually kind of wild. Wait, Anto responded? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, we got Anto. Oh, Bayek, you got a friend Cortez. That works too. Bayek got a friend named Cortez. We'll get Cortez in here. And then we can get Anto. Because Anto is usually just not really feeling it. Or no. I'll log on another? Okay. Wait. Oh, it was Anto. Anto was on Cortez. Didn't ask him. I think he just did World PvP. Okay, never mind. never mind. Apparently, Bayek, do you know Anto? Because it said invited somebody else. Unless it wasn't the Anto. Okay, I'll just give Anto a second. Invite? Okay, maybe it was another guy. Maybe it wasn't Anto. It's just, he joined as Anto said invite, and it said, I'll log over to another guy as the dude left. So it was like, the timing was so perfect. Alrighty. I'm gonna make Ares lead here. And, okay, we are ready. You know what? This is why I like having Johnny do this, so I don't have to do any of this. This is actually so nice with him doing it. Just because I could just chill and I could get the games going, but managing everybody, I'm not great at it anymore, dude. White spectator match. Vladislav Zub. Ooh, lead that name. I like it. Just a lot of letters. I got those right though. However, apparently I got it right. I'm bad at spelling. Please don't tell me I messed up. Trying to see if we can send it. Resend. Maybe. Wait, okay, we try it again. Invitation sent. Did I leave you guys in LFG or out of LFG actually? No, you guys should be good. Maybe it's just the not grand is wait, it get declined? Why is it gonna decline by errors? What is happening? Make Goris lead. Is it broken? Isn't that grand working? Should I try another one then? Dude, I gotta get them Rapture. I still need a lot more points just to obtain that one. Alright, now grand probably not working. I'll try hook point. I have no idea what's going on. We'll try hook point and see what happens. You're looking forward to that video? Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. There's a lot going on. War game should decline by Dow Spectator. What does that mean? How am I declining an invitation? Hello? Black or cold work, whatever. I have no idea why it bugged out, but it worked. It said that I declined one of the invitations, and it's like, wait a second, no I didn't. I didn't even get a prompt or nothing. What is happening? Alrighty, we end up getting a bunch of pallies. Yo, Christers! You're gonna love the amount of pallies we got today, dude. You know what I mean? You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the way you look. Oh, alrighty. Alrighty, boys. Switch. Got ourselves a load of pallets, dude. You guys love pallets, don't you? We got an answer over here. Dude, can you dismount and remount on that thing? I want to see the animation again. Because they've updated. They actually gave this mount a unique animation. Normally it was the Moonsaber that had this like Moonfire animation thing to it, which looks gorgeous. But this gave this guy like a proper one too. We'll see if he dismounts or not. We got Bayek over here, another Rapture thing. We got ourselves Shifties. We got ourselves Tava. Look at gorgeous. Look at this guy. I love Tava's mugs, man. I love his mugs. And we got Goers. We got Saya over the team too. I like that set. We got ourselves K with Pleasure going to be first up. Rick in the back. And we got ourselves Toxie. Go back in. Yo, watching Toxie play is a joy, dude. Assassination. I feel like it's kind of already. Benson is sank out for Danto real early, trying to get past the stuns. Oh, flush, but still takes a huge hit. Looking for a cast, but it's not going to be going for a kick or not going to get kicked. He's trying to see if he can bait the rogue from behind the pillar. He's tried. Blush is just looking for the reset. Does get himself a proper reset with a Sapperoo. Antu still bleeding, still dotted. And that's going to be almost a kick, actually. Almost a kick. Blind immediately as he don't go for a proper stun. Going for a Shadow Strike. Hodge to follow. That's an opportunity for Answer to make a play, but it's going to be tricking out of the rogue with a lay on hands. Plus does have an evasion. May just need to send it here. If he wants to stay in, does go for Warlock House with a Vanish, but it's going to be Answer still going for flash heals, just spinning around, trying to bait the rogue from outside of the pillar. Is going to try to see if he can chop him and gets him in combat without any gouges to stop him or anything. So should be able to keep the pressure going there for a little bit. Plus try to see if he can get himself an angle. Might be able to escape this. Does get out of the dots and is looking alright for now. Fear Warrior Slayer tier set is turning Fury back into Antora's days. Feels so good. You're getting me excited, bro. I remember that we just go straight up execute spam, ramping up Super Saiyan. That one video, you know what I'm talking about, dude. You know what I'm talking about from Antora's. Yeah, just go even further beyond. You know what I mean? I need to try it now. Stone full up plush. I think it might be lights for the rogue. Oh! He just died to the rot dot while blinded. Answer doesn't even need to see the rogue. He just used to believe in the light and let that thing burn this rogue. Like literally just putting his sunlight to him. Holy, it's one of that. It feels so good. I need to give it a go, man. I need to see what that even is. Gonna be Death Pack, immediate trade with Blessing of Protection out for Anto. Not gonna let Toxie get any pressure, any damage. Toxic still has a Kingsbane, however, so you can still make the Kingsbane work. Bubble's still available for Answer, so he's okay. Mad damage to the Toxic with an evasion may just not be enough. Cheap shot, you're still melting. Kingsbane is in. You got yourself a bit of a sippy cup. Cloak of Shadows to follow up. Answer still gets some physical damage to potentially break through the Cloak of Shadows. It is going to be a bubble. As he sees himself, his health plummeting little by little. Vanish out for the rogue. Looking for another flashlight. Cannot get kicked right while Bubble is active. For Toxic, maybe there's an opportunity here, though. Is he dotted? He is not dotted. So he's got himself a bit of a reset. Shield of Edits for Answer. Still flash of lighting to try to get the rogue to come out and kick. That's the play though, is on purpose like that. So he just puts himself in a situation where the rogue is like, hey, you can get an easy kick, you can do it. But if you were to do that as a rogue, you'd put yourself in an unwinnable position. It's going to be a Warlock Hellstone real quickly. Unfortunate that Warlock Hellstones take you out of stealth. You know what I mean? I never like that because it's like, well, I'm just jumping down on the cookie. You tell me I can pop my sippy cup and that's apparently quiet, but if I go give my little Warlock Hellstone a quick crunch, that's going to take me out of stealth? Really? I never liked that, man. I never liked that. Gouge onto Antu, letting the gouge work like a stun into a trinket out for Antu. Stun back into Toxic, full go with the worst up to follow up. Just stacking up the Dawnlight damage. Disarm does nothing, whereas the Pally's dots still doing work. Toxic is going to go down to that Dawnlight. It's going to heal. Cheat death last second. Blind, I think it's going to go down like the other rogue. No, Sippy Cup to stave off some of the damage. Smog Bomb to give himself a bit of cover, but a Judgment bonks him right in the head. With K up next. Antu did end up using quite a lot of damage, however. K, as a marksmanship hunter, got himself the angle into a big rapid fire. Antu, with the shield of Edits, keeping himself alive. K, once marksmanship hunters gets the new, better version of volley, I think they're going to be in a good spot, man. Because right now, their volley, the way it works, like you get the line of sight volley. How are you spinning like that? Is it just like, why does it look so smooth? The spins. It just has like the smoothest spins as he's healing himself. How do you do that? Once the hunters get like the better version of volley, by the way, next patch, which kind of sucks, it's like you gotta wait a whole patch until you get it. But once you get it, that's gonna feel so much better because that volley line of sight debuff is going to last for 3 seconds after an enemy leaves a volley. So you just got to make sure they touch a volley, and then you get to see him for a good decent bit. Just 3 seconds for a few hits, that'll be good enough. K tried to see if he can get himself a bit of damage versus Answer. Try to use mobility in order to get an angle. Does go for the stun. Volley around the corner. Perfect opportunity for you to get an aim shot. He just walks right out of the volley last second, but rapid fire, he walks back into it with a shield of Edits. May not be enough. Stun onto K. Does go for a pet sack. It may not be enough. The worst stop, but does it, a bonking him down. That's 3 down. This Paladin is likely met his match, however, with Saya going to be up next. Antu is running on fumes, however, cooldown wise, and I think Saya is just going to be able to take it to the Hodge here. Yeah, that's all he needed, man. Well, I can start with Paladin, just another Paladin. Unless you get Toma, the Mushroom Mancer here. Try to see if he can get himself a go. It's going to be immunity to magic damage for Saya. Got himself the wiggly tentacle attack at Toma. Toma got himself a bit of a reset. Poly right after it. Immune to stuns while Ice Form is active. It's actually massive. I really like watching Toma play with Ice Form just because he has Shimmer and he has Ice Form to break out of stuns. And it's just like immune to stuns. But he's got insane mobility. Big Ray of Frost channeling down onto Saya. Doing a decent bit of damage. Saya got them hammers though. He's gonna go for Dawnlight on himself just to heal up. Stun onto Tama. Does have a normal trinket, however. Looking to get away from Saya, but he's taking so much damage back-to-back. Flurries it down. Spike to follow. Does get himself the big Ice Form with a bit of damage, maybe enough to proc. There's gonna be a lane hits for Saya. Still has the bubble. Tama might just have to go for a block here. Does go for a block. The recovery for the block at 29% dampening is gonna be a little bit lower than normal. That being said, he needs a reset versus Saya. He just needs a reset. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? What's up, dog? How's it going? Wow, going, man. We got them duels back in. Tama might just die to the dot, though. He got shields. He can save off some of the damage. Maybe looking for a second block, actually. He just needs a little bit more damage towards Saya. He just needs a good proc or two. Them shields, though, barely keeping him alive. He's got himself shifting power, so he's going to be able to get a bit more shielding. I don't think he can get much more in terms of health. But whatever shields he's got, he does have Ice Form coming up very, very soon. Block for this one. Yeah, he has to block it. 33% dampening is making that ice block recovery not that great. The problem is, as soon as he gets dotted by Saya, next Wake of Ashes, it's going to be pain. Already dotted. Immediately having to use shields, and now shields are getting burned through it. Tama at some point is just going to have to get some kind of a setup. That's all he can do. Max range Saya does get the Meteor. Ray of Frost. I don't know if that has a shatter component. Does get Saya super, super low. Alter is available. But there's just so much you can do. Only so much with Baya going to be up next. Saya still got a bubble. And this Pally is going to have to send that bubble immediately. Stun into Bayek. That's an opportunity for you to get whatever damage you can. Bayek technically has damage, but Saya needs to get himself some kind of return favor. That or some kind of a mad recovery. Unless you got Lay in Hands, I think it's over. Yeah, I think Bayek just ends up countering you. It's a Zan to the Pally for Zan to Pally. A very, very strong option. Wait a second. Hold on a moment. Saya actually breaking past Bayek's defenses. Gets him low. He's still alive. Dawnlight keeping it barely afloat. Hold on. Bayek still has a bubble. Regenerating. He breaks his early just to break Saya's. Hold on, Blessing of Sanct is up. Saya is going to try to see if he counter a Hodge. Perfect counter. There's going to be a stun back on the Bayek. Does get a Trinket. Saya, though, with no health whatsoever. Yeah, the Paladin was spent. He got Bayek really, really low, though. As low as he got him, I'm actually kind of impressed by that. With Rick being the last one left. We got ourselves Bayek, Shifties, and Goerza's last few over for the team one. Can't believe Anto just held his fort as hard as he did, though. It looks like the Paladins are going to be the playmakers unless Rick claims a victory for his team right here. Lots of dampening right now, so the healing for Shifties. Goerza Bayek is going to be very limited. The only bubble available for Bayek. And you can probably get a bubble. Going in for the Wake of Ashes on the Pest to stun him. Reflect up for Rick in case there's going to be a Hodge. Does not go for the Hodge just yet. May need to go for a port. Got him some big heals. Laying hands, keeping Bayek alive. Port out for Rick. I don't know if you can go for a stun. Good interrupt on the Holy. Hold out. Bayek could be in a little lot of trouble. May need to go for a bubble here. Does he have it? Bubbles out. Stun a lot of health. Stun onto Rick. Does trick it out of it to break out with a gateway. Bayek is kind of out in the open with those demons still barraging him. But there's a Doom Lord somewhere in there. A Doom Guard. Whatever. One of those doomers in there. One of those doomer boomers in there. Is it a Doom Guard or a Doom Lord, actually? I need to take a look at the talent again. Mortal Fear Spam. Bayek actually has Rick kind of low. Axtos with the Pit Lord barreling down on him. Big Ruination. Shadow Bolt around the corner. Is going to need to wall this opener immediately. Doom Guard. Got it. The talent says exactly if it's a Doom Guard or a Doom Lord, though. I know the pet itself, I think you always could summon a Doom Guard back in the day. But if the talent says Doom Guard, I'll go with Doom Guard. Rick having to go for Warlock House in here super early. At this high dampening, though, barely could do much. Shifties just needs to get a couple of dots on the guy. For Rick, he's going to have to play the long ramp-up game. Roar. Axtos to recover with a War Stomp for a second. Silence on a Rick. Got himself Dark Pact. Fury immediately. Controlling Shifties is the play. With a Tyrant going to be in play. He just needs to back away and just AFK. Although Rick might just die to the dots. Wall just to give him some protection. He has dots, but he uses the wall just for the passive healing. That actually, I think, is the play. The passive heal from Wall plus first aid, while Shifty is back there with all the pets. Heart of the Wild barely keeping him alive. That was a full Tyrant able to rid the pets, though. Wait, that actually is huge. Axtos from a distance, just to interrupt the cast or two. Yeah, with those Demon Doggos roar, he's just controlling these pets. Controlling the pets is actually the play. That is actually how you survive. It says Doom Guard, but Doom Lords are commanders in Kazakh. Okay. Yeah, if the challenge says Doom Guard, then Doom Guard it is. I just gotta... I gotta call them by the real names, you know what I mean? Like, every time I say Doom Lord, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but, like, I still feel like I should be a little accurate. I like the accuracy. It's like, I get all the other abilities fairly accurate, but then that one, right? For some reason, I'm not going with that one. Wait, the Shift is just dead? You got locked out on nature, I think, for a second. With the Axtos knocking the pet back. Ain't doing much. Doom proccing, but no Doom Guard joining in just yet. And Rick sending in a couple more pets. That Charhan ain't gonna feel good either. At 58% dampening, you ain't healing. You gotta get some dots on the guy. I think what he needs is really like a bash on the Rick. Silence onto that pet. Okay, I think at this point he's just trying to do whatever he can. But look at that Doom Guard. Doom Guard with a bolt. All he needs is a proc. Goerza is gonna be up next. All he needs is a full silence stun combo. And there's nothing that Rick can do. Rick with a reflect. Fear, but you can't reflect the fear. Trinket, Mortal Axtos. That's going to be tricking our Goerza. Rick will need another reflect if he wants to live this. Because you got to find a way to reflect a stun, and silence is going to pour back. More pets are in. Goerza needs to find a way to get on top of Rick. He's out in the open right now. Goerza. Rick was out in the open for a second. That was the best time for you to get dots on the guy. Dots with a full channel. All he needs is this channel. Goerza, every time he doesn't get a channel, he's behind. He needs a one full channel. Unless he's like Archon for some reason. It might actually be Archon. I'm not sure. Is he Archon? Fears up. Dark Ascension. Halo? Is he Archon? I think he might be Archon. Wait, was he Void Torrent? I can't tell. He is Archon. I'm not seeing the Void Rift. He is Archon. Has to go for disperse here immediately. He's not going to heal, but he's going to save off some damage. Fear spam out for Rick. Can break out pretty quickly. Mortal immediately connects. Has his hand go down. It's time to follow. Whatever channels you got, whatever Mindflame Sanities you gotta send them. You gotta send them. Pitlord ain't gonna feel good. You gotta send them. Oh, Rick does bring it back though. I didn't realize you were Archon. And Rick brings it back, baby. Matching Anto on his damage. So it looks like Paladins can definitely be a bit of a threat, but Rick is a threat of his own. I mean, we saw him do a lot of whack at things in the season, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get us another going, boys, yeah? Uno más, uno más. Let me know when your boys are ready. I will need to send Goers, just ask him how many he's got, how many bodies he's got. Let me know how many. Hey, let me know when ready. I got sneeze. I gotta sneeze. Okay, it's gone. I felt that one building up for a while, and I was like, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. And then it just punched me. Literally hit me right in the face. Plus, you're good to go. Plus, are we good to go? Hey, ready? I gotta go last. Gotta feed the turtle. Okay, put your character in like auto run then. When you go feeding the turtle. I like turtles. Is that you, Plus? Hey, that kid from the from that one clip way back, the early YouTube days. I like turtles. That's cool that you got a turtle as a pet. At least one turtle made it to the water, right? Bro, Demo is so easy to put out pets so they don't do damage. You gotta do much. Yeah, they're really good for 1v1s. I'm not gonna lie. Demo is good. Dastro is also good. Affy is also good. Like, when you think about it, all Warlocks kind of play the same. Demo puts out the pets, chills behind the pillar. We're missing one on team 1. Is it Bayek? Did we lose somebody? It didn't say anything about losing somebody, so hopefully it's just a DC. Alright, Anto, you're gonna have to carry it, I guess. Switch. Oh, you know what, Tomo? If Tomo gets to go first without high dampening, he probably can carry. Alrighty. Well, hopefully we'll get whoever is switch. Hopefully whoever's on team 1, I think it was Bayek that didn't load in. Hopefully they'll be back in just a second here. We got us a Saya over for the team. Oh, they are back. Saya first up, it looks like, with K in the back. Plus, we got him running to a wall while feeding a turtle. Rick over here with Toxie. And that's going to be Pally versus Pally. Anto and Saya getting a bit of a rematch. This is going to be just all Pally, all out brawl. Wait a second. You'll almost never get to see on this channel. Pally v Pally action. Pally v Pally violence. Gonna be Anto holding onto the trinket, holding onto that thing tight. Stun onto Saya is gonna force the trinket out of the Zane and Paladin. She'll defend it out for Anto. Try to see if you can break past Saya's defense. Saya's played very, very defensively. Laying hands for Anto. I don't know if Saya's burned the laying hands yet, but if he hasn't, then it's actually really bad for Anto. He definitely needs to get more cooldowns out for Saya. Anto's still taking so much damage. Saya's just wiggling at him the entire time. Saya's taking a lot of damage. It's going to be immunity to magic damage. Anto needs to hold off. Main to bubble here. Does bubble. I feel like he just had to do it. He had to bubble. He was locked out on forbearance after using laying hands, so he couldn't use anything for a bit. Saya now might be looking for a bubble himself, though, and Anto is going to have a spell warden. Full stun lock onto Saya with a war stop also helped Saya going for Dawnlight more defensively more than anything while trying to see if he can beat up Anto. There goes the laying hands for Saya. Hold on, that's spell warden and laying hands. Anto has a spell warden. Saya only has a bubble. You will have to use a spell warden, Anto. You better spell warden early. Blessing of sake, might want to spell warden. There goes the spell warden. That's a bubble for Saya. Hold on, they're trading. They are trading, but Saya has actually no Zendalari racial. Never mind. But Saya has a blessing of spell warden. The Anto does not. Has a trinket for this though. With a shield of vengeance. Saya with a shield of vengeance of his own. Starter to Saya. Can't really stop it. That's an opportunity for Anto to break away here. This could be his chance. Does Saya come back? Does he beat the match? Oh! And the damage of Saya was just a little bit too much, but the Pally's up with nothing, so Shifty should be able to get him a couple dots. A mushroom, a couple of moonfires, one star surge maybe? That was so close! The two fought each other tooth and nail. That could have been anyone's game, man. Whoever got more crits there, I feel like they traded really well against each other too. Whoever got more crits wins that one. Bunch of Star started to stand and Saya got himself trees. But dampening being low does allow Saya a recovery here. Even though Saya is left with nothing. Absolutely spent. No bubble. No spell warden. No lay on hands. Look at his recovery. Either Saya's healing is insane or Shifty is just not being aggressive enough. I feel like he can't really play the long game and let like Moonfire and Sunfire melt Saya. He needs to get in there, get some actual damage, get some wraths in. He got Saya out in the open. That's the opportunity. But do you take that opportunity though? You got a Loon's burning down Saya with a Celestial, but Shifty's getting locked down in a stun without a trinket. Might have put himself in a bad situation. Bear for him, but Saya's still so low. Rooting him for a second. Waited out the shields. You gotta get the Saya out of the what were the trees doing? Were they beating up somebody else? Were they beating up Goers and Bayek? What is happening? Wait, why is he channeling at Goers? Yeah, heal yourselves up, boys. As long as you don't heal shifties while he's dueling. But you can heal yourselves, though. Sire's so low, but he's gonna get a lay on hands coming up. Like, if shifties does not make a play right here, right now, like the ball in his court, and if he doesn't make a play, Sire's just gonna have a lay on hands again. Got him so Blessing a Saint, waiting out for it. War Stomp, Cyclone. That gives him his second here. Shifties does need to make a play, though. He got Dawnlight burning him down. Dynamite lit. It's gonna explode. Like, unless he makes a play here, Saya just takes it. Couple of hammers. He just needs a few more hits. Does someone to Saya. Doesn't really stop his damage. He just needs one more hit and does take it. That is unfortunate. I felt like that was as good of a play as like Shifty's had there, right? Saya left with absolutely nothing, but it doesn't. But you cannot be behind pillar, letting him recover. You have to get aggressive, right? You have to find a way to counter that stun. Get yourself a lockdown of your own. Trinket for Guerreros as he sees Saya super low. Does hit him with a fear. Stun right after. Dark Ascension, Halo to follow. Is he going to be the one to take the play here? Because Saya by this point probably has lay on hands. Mindflay Sanities are doing a number here, though. Doing a number, but he definitely got to get back over there. Let that Halo do a bunch of damage, too. He got tentacles on the Saya. There's going to be DPs, bunch of damage. Saya trying to go for a kick, does get juked out. However, Guerreros is a little bit, being a priest, they don't have a lot of mobility, so Saya might just be able to outrun him. Normally, Pallies also don't have the greatest mobility ever either, but I'd still say they have a little bit more than, priest. You know, horse versus your legs. You got a couple of feathers. That's all he can do, just drop a feather or two and hope for the best. Fear onto Saya. Got himself the VT for a second. Is it going to be enough, though? Crash around the corner. Big boy Torrent might be enough. Saya at this point has a bubble and lay on hand, so the damage, it just hasn't been enough to break past his defenses. He got so low a couple of times, but it's just not enough. Does get a quick rebuke on the Mindflay Insanity. Silence onto Saya. Mind Blast out for Guerreros. This way he can potentially get a ton of damage. Stun into Guerreros. Desperate Prayer, the only thing keeping him alive right now. Dawnlight burning right through him. Aegis proc, he does go for a stun. That's potentially an opportunity here. DPs are down. Fear to follow. Do you have a big channel? Oh, lay on hands for Saya. Guerreros is back down to square one. All he can do is do whatever damage he can, shield himself, but Saya has enough. That is so rough, man. Paladinos, man. It's going to be up to Saya to try to see if he can just make a full 1v5 clean sweep. Then up to Tama to try to see if he can shut him down. 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes into the match. 27% dampening rolling in. Breath hit by Saya, or breath hit on Saya by Tama. He does connect Poly to follow. Glacial Spike with a freeze. Does get a bit of decent damage. Flurries are right after with a Meteor. Does get himself the Spell Warden. So Bubble back up, Spell Warden back up. Lightly has lay on hand. So Tama is having to play up against a fresh Saya. There was an opportunity for Shifties to take down Saya while he was so low. But it was just not able to finish, man. Unfortunately. Just unable to finish. Tama, I actually wonder if he would do the Frozen Orb Blizzard strat behind the pillar. I kind of miss the Ring of Fire, by the way. Like, Ring of Fire is still in the game, but I kind of miss the original version that just did damage. Because I feel like you can go full Zona build as a Frosty Mage, right? Drop a Ring, drop a Blizzard, drop a Frozen Orb. And as the guy just sits behind the pillar, they just melt. Right, so they're just punished for sitting behind the pillar, so they had to come out. And that's where you could lance them out in the open. It was really cool. I missed that. Saya does get a second block out of Tama. Tama's running in fumes, actually. He got him some immunity to stuns for a second. Opportunity for some damage here as well. Flurry's down. Potential lots of damage. Does get himself full Wake of Ashes. Tama with the last set of shields, and Tide takes it. Wait, that's an opportunity for Saya to go for a clean sweep. He's got bubble. He's got laying hands. He might just have to bubble this. Unless he just lays the hands. He does go for a bubble. Try to see if he can put some pressure on the Bayek. He got himself a final wreck. He needs a Wake of Ashes. Probably gonna have to use defensive downlights more than anything. Try to see if you can put some pressure onto Bayek, but Bayek with the blind, back it up out of there. Saya only left with maybe a lay on hands, but I don't even know if it's actually, if it has that available. I feel like he would have used it so much earlier, but I have no idea. Does get a nice down into Bayek. Bayek burning down. Stun onto Saya. Does get himself a wall. Maybe lay on hands here if he has it. If he has it, he doesn't have it on Forge, but doesn't have taken it. Oh man, there it is. With K Nath gonna be up next. Just take down Bayek very quickly. Saya really did a number. Bayek does go down to the black arrow. That is unfortunate. That is some. Look at the damage out of this guy. Almost 100 million just for 4 people. That is a wild, man. Paladins right there. paladins. And I feel like that's also another example of like you can't like when you get an advantage over a paladin. It's a gorgeous looking mount, by the way. Hell yeah. When you get an advantage against a paladin, you have to press the advantage button. You just have to press the advantage. You have to press on. Alright, let's fill this group with a couple more bodies, you guys, yeah? Fill the group with a couple more bodies. We need a couple more. Is Bayek here? Welcome to TY friend. Alrighty, boys, we got a couple more spots. If y'all want to join in, we can rotate a couple more bodies here. I don't know if Plush also wants to rotate a couple of bodies or not. Like, maybe give us a couple of boys. Yeah. Because now we lost both of our pallies, unfortunately. So we'll have to swap people around a little. 670, 768, beautiful. We need 2 more. Auto run doesn't all work. Yeah, that's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. Wait a second. Cobra! Oh, we got a warlock. All right, so we got a warlock for you, warlock. Beautiful. Need one more. Dal apparently Equidome Mythic works right now. I'll try it in a sec. Equidome Mythic works? Are people running it? Now I want to play. Now I want to go play PTR. We're out here dueling, but I now want to go play PTR, man. With these class changes, imagine, dude. It's going to be insane. It's going to be so good. Oh my god. This guy said season 1 Warlock set looks better than the new set. Bro, I saw a so it's a good friend, a friend of mine. I can't say good friend, but like we do the same job. But it's another YouTuber, content creator, and she posted a tier list of her like classes, and I agree with basically all of them because it's like, you know, personal choice or whatever. But she put Warlock in D tier, and I was like, Andrew, what are you doing? I can't agree with that. That is diabolical. I mean, everybody has their own choice, but I really love the gateway look. I think it's so cool looking. The tome is part of the legs. Exactly. There's a tome. There's another 3D bit, dude. People always wanted to have a tome that's like hanging off the belt or something. It's like part of the actual set. It looks so cool. It's like there's belts and belts and belts. Like you're you got a bunch of belts. I was gonna say like you're an actor. I forget who. Johnny Depp. It has more belts than Johnny Depp. It got like double big belts and like a tome. And look, it's a gateway into the nether. Literally a void. Your mouth, your face is the portal into the void. You look at the void and the void stares back, and that is the Warlock helm. It's staring back at you. It is beautiful. But you put it in D tier. I was like, oh. I was actually a little appalled. Just a little. But like, everybody's got you know, everybody's got their preferences, right? All that. But man, does that set, in my opinion, look real good. Does Locke want to join in? He's in a Ringy Deeps, but it looks like. Wait, Ringy Deeps is not a dungeon. Does Locke join these? Hey, Locke. Let me ask him. It's the same design as shading a dimensional portal, by the way. Is it actually? That's so cool. I like it. It could be even anything but S tier. At the very bare minimum, A tier. A tier minimum. A tier minimum. It's a good set. I like it. I mean, when I talked about guildies, for example, they do also have some diabolical takes too. Like one says they like and says they don't. But a lot of them at least make sense, right? Like I like the new monk set. However, the guy that plays monk probably the most in our guild, Red, because he's thinking of playing Brewmaster next season. He played monks so much on and off. He's like, we kind of look like rogues, and it's like, okay, I totally get the mask thing. You look kind of like a rogue, but like at least you don't have that hat. And it's like, yeah, but like, dude, what he liked is the dragon celestial that he got for Undermine. Like he likes that set. He thinks that's really cool, right? A big dragon head for a mask, and like the rest of the set is very monk-like. It's like Super Saiyan look. It's like, that's new. It's not a hat. It's not a mask. After it goes well in a dungeon. Okay. So Locke is a no, for at least for the time being. Who else do I invite, man? Alex? Does Necro join these? I don't remember. We need, who else to invite? Roween? I don't remember if Roween joins these. Shiryu is on the low level character. I don't know if he joins. Simon, I don't remember if he joins. Mint doing a thing. Graduate is on NA. Yeah, NA. Yeah. What is it? It was a Tihi Kotik, I think it was. That was trying to get in here earlier. What are you doing, the mods, boys? One more body and this seems good to go. Crap, what was the invite, man? Yeah, I'm okay with it. You could do Mythic right now, it works. Are you just like by yourself, or are you trying to get a group together? Because you could probably then make a group or something, yeah? This color goes hard. Exactly! I like the monk set, man. I think it's cool. It's different. Yes. Okay, so Call of Duty got a friend, so we can get a friend in. That'll work. Yeah, I like the monk set. I actually really do not hate it. I think it looks pretty neat. It definitely has this monk shoulders, monk belt, monk everything, but then it has a mask. And I think like giving him some couple of masks here and there is not that bad. Right? Like not every monk used to be like wearing a hat. I feel like a mask is fine. But yeah, it does kind of look like when you look at it more, it's like, yeah, very normal by the way. Is it actually? That's pretty cool. What does a mythic look like? Can I be within the same team? Yes. Suggest. Yeah, just invite your friend. What are you doing? What are you talking about, my guy? You're just like, hey, can I invite a friend? I'm like, go for it. And it's like, can I be in the same team? Well, if you invite him, you guys will be on the same team, so go for it. Is that a yes? Yes, that's a yes, Rudy. What is going on? Are you on stream, my guy? He's ready? Toss him an invite. There we go. Just toss him an invite. I don't know how to do, what else to do, man. I'm waiting on you. There we go. We got a group. Alrighty, go as the lead. We'll get another go in here. Alrighty, hopefully with this team, we'll get a bunch of games back to back here. We did Rook. We gotta do Hook. We did Rook. We gotta go Hook. I think the Shaman set the best ones of the season. I like the Shaman set. I like it. Wait, Plush declined? What happened? Need one? Wait, does Plush still need one? Okay. Let's see. Other team needs 1 sec. There we go. Okay, so one guy's finishing up ASUS. Cool. Yeah, I actually like Alessandro. I like the Shaman set as well. I think it looks great. I think it looks good. Yeah. The Shaman set is in the S tier. I put the Pally set in the S tier, and like maybe Warlock set in the S tier. Let's get another player. Oh, okay, Plush. Sounds good, man. We'll figure something out. Yeah, Plush might not be on tomorrow, but if Johnny's on tomorrow, then I can take place of Plush and we can get some groups together. Let's still have some fun. Warlock yes, but without the headpiece. You don't like the Shaman headpiece? I like the Shaman set, like in general, even the head. It's got like a wolf mask and like a plume in the back. I actually think it looks cool. I think it looks good on Shaman races too. Like on a human, it doesn't look great, but on an orc, male or female model, Tauren, Xanda, I think it just fits them because like they don't have the same silhouette as like just like a normal like humanoid looking thing. So for them, all those races that can be a shaman, I think it was great. Shaman is sick, yeah. I mean the Warlock set without the headpiece, the Warlock set without headpiece. I like the headpiece for the Warlock set. What do you mean? That's like the coolest part. You're literally a portal into the void, a walking portal. I think it looks sick. But Warlocks always have had like a couple of sets here and there. They'll always have like those what's it called? Like those sets where they had like something unique about it, right? Like if you look at the Warlock, because they're not always just like some kind of like evil helm, evil hoodie looking thing for their sets. Some of them are like this, the Void, the Maw type of look to them. Like I think it's Cataclysm that has like a really cool set, because look, a lot of them are like skulls and really evil looking, right? But then there's like Cataclysm set, which is pretty dope. Where is it? That, look, it's little tentacles. It's a hood with tentacles poking out of it. It's sick as hell. A lot of them, they're just like looking really, really evil with skulls and stuff like that, right? It looks alright, right? But then I kind of like when they like make it look straight up like a monstrosity. And I feel like that's part of that set is like the full, it's a void portal. You know what I mean? Like this was a cool set too because it was a skull with a hoodie. I thought that was really, really cool. I like that one. And then we didn't have class sets for a while. And then we started class sets in what is it called? Sepulchre. It looked alright, right? It got horns. Whatever. And then from there, like, this is a cool set. This is a pretty cool set, but it's like, you know, very evil looking. So it's like, you know, then this set also very evil looking. But it's like, alright, quintessential Warlock sets, nothing crazy. They're good, but just like nothing insane. Then we had this Shivara set, which I really like how they took Demon Shivara look to it. And then there was this set, it was pretty cool looking too. The current set is this set, which is kind of cool. Also really evil. But then you got like the Void. Big fan of that one specifically. Let me see where we at. Here we go. How many we need to go? We are good, I think. Try to see if we can send it now. There we go. Hook point it is. Doesn't look grand, right? Mythic Warlock Undermine and the Mage Tower Helm goes insane. Really? With a Mythic Tower Helm? Mythic Undermine with a Mythic Tower Helm. It's like the red with the red. That could work actually. What do you think about the leaks of a 3100 spec Void Elf 2? I honestly would be cool if they added more, a new spec for Demon Hunter. Like they have one for Evoker. I think it's about that time to have something like that for Demon Hunter. And like a Void Demon Hunter, like given Demon Hunter is like a side quest of harnessing Void energies of Koresh, I actually think it's kind of sick. Because Illidan was like the core character that made what Demon Hunters are, but without Demon Hunter, how else do Demon Hunters grow? Given Demon Hunters a little side quest on Koresh, I think it's fitting, because they're dealing with a Void Lord Dimensius. Demon Hunters are all about wiping out demons. And what would be a bigger threat, a bigger challenge than literally a Void Lord itself? Having Demon Hunters learn how to fight against the Void for any future challenges to come is actually kind of sick thematically, but also just a new playstyle would be dope too. Switch. That would be sick. That would be cool as hell. We got us some Cobra XO for the team on, ready to go. Plus, immediately hit him with a Shadow Strike Succubus waiting right next to him. Cloak, just to break out of the Succubus immediately. Gateway out for Cobra XO's Plus. Try to see if we get on top of him, try to get some damage in there. Get the bleeds rolling in. Eviscerate back-to-back trinkets out. As the Inferno comes crashing down. Big secret technique. Bunch of Eviscerates. Wall out for Cobra. And this way, Plus, I think this might need to chill behind the pillar. Does go for a cheap shot or a kidney shot onto the Succubus. With advantage right after. Are you still dotted though? I think you are dotted. You know, I actually can tell because the conflagration also leaves like a burning effect on you, but that isn't a dot. Oh, looks like you can just stealth. Bonzo fell. Try to see if you can get himself a cheap shot on the Succubus. Couldn't quite do it. That is going to be a bolt. Just punishing the Immortal Coil. Right as he going for a smoke bomb. Stun out of it into another bolt. Oh my god. Another bolt. 3. He took 3 bolts to the back of the head and he's okay. Like kind of okay. He's a little on fire, you know, a little scorched, a little singed. Otherwise, he's doing all right. Holy. Now get a good look at my leg mog. Strict nose and what we use. Hold on a second. As soon as I get to see what the hell happens between Cobra and Plush, I feel like Plush might just get gatted by a bolt yet again. Bonzafell with a bolt is gonna hurt. Bonzafell also hurts right now. Alright, for a second, where are you? Oh, what the hell? Hold on, I need to take a look at that real closely in a second. Gonna be looking at Saya's legs out here. Hold on a second. Plus, trying to see if he can get himself a reset, but that blind not gonna be good enough for this, unfortunately. And his Cobra just got him on the ropes right now. This is your last chance. Ah, the Succubus just takes the victory away with a bolt. It is over. Oh. Alright, what are you looking like? You got some, you said you did some with the legs? Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, you did the red Death Knight looking pants and you did the trench coat. Oh, that's why it looks so weird. Yeah, I don't like that. That looks weird. What the hell? Why did they let you do that? Hold on, hold on. You could also get the trench coat for the Culturans too. You get the pants and the top variation. And you could overlap those two together. I wonder if that makes some weird janky stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Got the trench coat and with that legs, yeah. I feel like one of those should overlap over the other maybe, right? One should be over the other. Grain. Wait, it's Grain? Is that Grain is the name. How do you even... Grain? I'm gonna call you Grain. You're not quite Grain like the Grain that I know. But Grain the Druid is gonna be up next. Reflect up, it sees. Reflect those stars are his back of himself. Bows flying in from the Orphean. And Grain having to go for a bit of that recovery right now. Not in a great spot, trying to go for as much healing as he can. Star Sword is back in. I like his set though, hold on. Hold on, I actually like his set though. Like it's lacking the chest piece, but I feel like the rest of the set looks almost like a battle-ready Druid. You know what I mean? Ready to go. Got himself a bash, silence on a Colbray. Do you have a root or anything? He's able to lock him down for a second, but Grain might just go down here as Succubus whipping him into shape. That is unfortunate. Wait, do you have the fist weapon? You do. Oh, you got that fist weapon for your main hand, or like a mace, I guess, that you made into a fist weapon. But he's got the bladed fist weapon. You guys know the one from Wrath? That one is cool as hell. Colbray got himself a bit of that reflect. Demons surrounding him. Rick dropping down more hand cooldowns on him for Colbray. That is a wall. Try to see if he can get on top of Rick and get some damage going. That is going to be a bit of that nether ward to reflect the damage back to him. Colbray hit with a mortar coil. Unless it was his own core that connected. Looks like it's not. Colbray does have a Warlock Hellstone. I don't know if you can use it. Is it off cooldown? Is the question. He may just need to go channeling drains down onto that Felguard. Or incinerates. Oh yeah, it goes a Warlock Hellstone. Not in a great spot. The fact is, you have a demon out in the open, and Rick can just summon in more demon doggers off of it, like the big greater demon dogger too. And you just channel all the damage into the Succubus while the Doomguard blasts you out to smithereens. It's Cobra, not in a great spot. Axtos does go for a short stun onto Rick. Mortal Coil around the corner. Dark back for a second for both Warlocks. Does go for a bit of the reflect. Rick is going to rip out his soul of his body, but looks like it doesn't get reflected back to him. And then he's able to go for that Pit Lord, crash it together with all those demons all at once, taking them out. That is rough, man. What's up, Absolute Heaven Man? NA is dead for now. Sorry, down. Luckily, Dallas, you back. Wait, are NA realms down? Is that what you mean? Absolutely. Are NA realms dying? At least it's PTR realms now, right? All the what are these dots onto the M's there? It was the more like radiating with like strobe lights. What was that? War with an axe toss to trade as Rick goes in for a fear before Shiftus can get himself a full-on war stomp. Druid may be in a bit of trouble as he's getting locked down. No, for duels lately. Oh yeah, I mean, it's been a little rough for NA, to be honest. Then again, like if you look at Dragonflight, EU had a rough time. There was just not that many bodies for EU during DF. It comes and goes, man. You know what I mean? It just comes and goes. While the Felguard does get a cycloned, that is still a lot of pets attacking Shifties. Don't play any damage. Hell, even the Tyrant actually getting a couple of good shots in there with the Demon Bolts too. Actually doing okay. Access onto Shifties, got himself a bit of that Heart of the Wild, bit of healing, looking for the recovery. Roar, I don't even know if it's used the Roar to like CC the pets or if it was Movement Roar. I can't even tell. Fierce Spam as he's out of bear for Ruination, does not connect, but the Pit Lord still gets the channel through. Shifties, I think, might just be down for the count. Axe toss while midair. Trying to get out of there, looking for a regrowth, but no! The Bellstorm out of the Felguard. Does end up taking him out. Let's go. Tama blood up, blinking in with that shimmer breath onto Rick while he's pet is CC'd. Does go for a full stun onto Rick. Rick is going to back up out of there. Tama does not have a shimmer to reconnect. He's just having to waddle over him. Blurs it down. Got himself a bit of the ultra. Looking to take away the Nether Tempest for a second. That is going to be still a lot of damage taken. It's going to be so ripped out of his body. Tama is going to be able to get some healing from the ultra. Does that get limited by dampening now? Well, hold on. It does get limited by dampening, but I wonder if it gets limited by Mortal Strike effects. Does it? Ultra heals now. Like, it counts as a proper heal, and it will get reduced. But I wonder if that, because when you cleave the soul out of the body, you reduce the damage and healing, so I wonder if that actually reduces the healing of his ultra. I wonder. Breath out onto Rick, as he got himself a bit of that poly. Frostbound to follow, looking for a stun. Rick, does he have an out? I don't think he does. That's going to be full Meteor. Ray of Frost? Wait, is it no meteor? Does someone not have meteor build? Wait, are you a spell slinger? Hold on, are you a spell slinger or do you have the are you? What are you? Shields? I think he is a spell slinger. I think he is a spell slinger frost mage. He's playing around the shatters and he gets little splinters attacking Rick. So he does a lot of consistent damage, but no big meteor fireball burn thing with crossfire bolts. But he does get axe toss. I think Tomo might just go down here. Oh, does get taken. With Low Blow going to be up next. I like the name of the rogue named Low Blow though. I like that. That looks cool actually. What is he tabard? Looks good. It's orange. Is it a season tabard? One of the season tabards, I think. Rick is just getting torn apart though. Nothing he can do. Low Blow taking him out. Cloak of Shadows vanish and follows. Toxie doesn't get a whiff of him. Does end up ripping the soul out of Rogue's body, but looks like the Cloak of Shadows just denying it completely. Well done, well done. Damn. Wait, is it gonna be Toxie or is it looking at Saya? Where's it letting Saya go? But his mishmash of, oh god, your legs are actually clipping through each other. So they are separate entities. They're straight up just clipping. I hate that. This was like a checkerboard design. Almost. Low Blow and Goers are last ones on team 1, while Saya and Toxie are last ones on team 2. Low Blow is going to have to go through a lot of cooldowns versus Saya. That being said, dampening being high could potentially hurt Saya because he got a lot of opportunity to recover. But with this high dampening, he might not be able to. Does go for a wall, Shield of Vengeance, kidney shot out for Low Blow. Will not have a Cloak of Shadows for this first stun out of Saya. Might just be going for a trinket. Is going to go for a blind. Dots are up at a Low Blow. And Saya, I think, is just trying to see if he can take down the rogue just with dots alone. Hold on. Is it enough? No. Looks like he only got one Dawnlight on him and it just faded pretty quickly. Maybe he used one Dawnlight offensively, one Dawnlight defensively just to keep himself alive, but the rogue did have himself a go. I think those might have been with Flagellation, but I'm not 100%. He does have Blades though, so if you got Flagellation and Blades, maybe he can make something work off that. Possibly. And just need to make sure the stuns are airtight. Saya, however, is sitting next to the eye. So you could always go for a bob to break out of stuns, immediately pick up the eye and rush down the rogue, so even if you vanish, you can get out. Though the rogue doesn't even have vanishes, so he's kind of in a rough spot. Sap, I think the rogue might just have to wait until cooldowns are back, honestly. He's got Cloak very soon, he's got a Vanish really soon. 12 seconds on both of those, or 12 seconds on at least 10 seconds on a Vanish. And after that, he's good to go. Yeah, I think he might just have to do it. He might have to pre-cloak Saya in case Saya goes in for a Hodge. Bob, immediately, Cloak of Shadows for the rogue. Does pick up the eye. Looking for the rogue immediately. Rogue does not go for the Vanish yet. If he can hold off, he might be okay. Smoke Bomb does not keep him alive though. Uh-oh, Trinket right now. Does go for the Vanish. Still dotted though by Saya. Still can see him. Unfortunately for the rogue, this might not be the play. Evasion just to get himself a bit of that magic DR. Getting shot up to Saya, but he pre-blessing a Sancted. It's just over. There's just not, unless the rogue got a ton of damage right here, right now, there's just nothing he can do to follow up with Gurs immediately dotting up Saya, immediately going for the Void Torrent. But it's still playing the Archon build, not playing the Rift build. Actually, I really think if he went Rift build, he would have had an easier time because it's like all you gotta do is get a big channel and then let the rogue do damage and then eventually just whittles down the other guy apart. But the Archon is so much more, it technically I think can be a lot of burst, a lot more burst, but it's like a lot more involved and you have to have line of sight and everything. So working Saya out from behind the pillar is not easy. Saya is just gonna go from one pillar to the next. Dark Ascension, Goer's got himself full Halo, but I don't think he can really do much against Saya here. Yeah, Saya's just gonna avoid that full burst and you gotta go. Stun immediately, Trinket right after for Goer's does set him with a blind. Actually, that Halo is doing a decent bit of damage, so I'll be honest. That Halo is actually doing a decent bit if he ever's line inside of it. And if you get yourself more of those channels while he's out in the open, Void Torrent is in. If you get yourself a couple of those Flame channels on top of it, every time he pokes out, that'd be huge actually, because that does a ton of damage. He's rushing at your perfect channel opportunity, trying to go for a fear. I don't think that connected. Saya with a full lay on hands. DP is down for Goers. Got himself a short CC onto Saya, but it didn't sit long at all, as he does go for a trick and Disperse to follow while he's dotted, but that Disperse barely going to be able to heal you. At 63% dampening, while a Dawnlight is burning right through those defenses. Shield's barely doing much for you until stun is just over. It's lights. Yeah, that is tough, man. That is tough. Rick does pick up 3 though. Very well done. Cobra picking up 2 as well. Saya picking up 2 to end it off as well. Well done, boys. Well done, well done. I gotta go watch the Ricks matches all over again, man. I gotta see exactly what happened. He did a lot of damage, apparently. Alrighty, Plush and Goers. Let me know when your boys are ready. We'll get another one going. Dawnlight Red is a bit nasty. Oh yeah, they're playing nasty. Unless you mean like a PTR. Apparently in PTR they're doing some weird stuff where the dot can last for like 10 minutes. Something buggy going on. But yeah. Apparently that dot can last for 10 minutes, and it's apparently a ton. Oh, you know what I got to miss out completely? The belt buffs. Yeah, hold on a second. Durable information storage container, belt effects, and fallen adjustments on weekly reset. Charge bolt decreased by 62%. Charge crystal decreased by 24%. Static charge increased by 50%. Vertical chain increased by 25. A couple of bug fixes alongside with tuning changes caused the power of the charge bolt effect to go beyond the other choices, so we're bringing it more in line with the other choices in the upcoming resets. This will remain top for specs that favor damage procs, but may adjust desired choices for other specs. Also buff and static charge a bit after the ICD change has put it well behind. Damn, that is unfortunate. I thought we were gonna have an easy run with the belt doing damage, but apparently not. Oh, beautiful. Let's get you guys another going. We'll do a down sewers, I guess. Down sewers is good. Like, I don't even know, chat. I don't even know if they need to change the belt. Honestly, just keep it like let people play with the taser and raids, and let us do just like a ton of damage with it. In my opinion, I actually think that would have been perfectly okay. I think that would have been perfectly fine. Just my opinion, but I think it would have been perfectly okay. Alright, beautiful. We are good. We are good. I wonder how that whole tuning is going to affect the belt. I'll probably need to make a video updating it. Just because the belt changed quite a decent bit, and I'm pretty sure it's no longer going to be best in slot for every single class out there. But we will see. So Twitch. That was a whole video I did like, hey, here's the best belt powers for your class. And I was like, oh, I got an update now. Thanks, Buzzer. Appreciate ya. Cobra over Team 1. We got ourselves Low Blow. We got ourselves Shifties. Tama in the back. We got ourselves Goeras versus who's it going to be first? Is it Saya? Not Saya. It's not Plush either. It looks like it's not going to be Rick or Toxie, but rather Grain. Grain? I think it's Grain, but it's so hard to say. Like, if I'm thinking about it like as Russian letters, Cyrillic letters, and I say the word Grain, yeah, it makes sense, but I almost try to give it like a bit of an American spin, and I think Grain is the closest thing I can really do, because otherwise it just doesn't really roll off the tongue super well. So Grain versus Shifties. Boomkin versus Boomkin. Wait, hold on. When's the last time we had Boomies dueling each other? And Grain just going in for big giga damage. Just gets silenced with a solar, with a stun, as well as a clone. Shifty's playing it super defensively. He might just have to go hard in the wild here. Grain just trying to see if he can keep that incarnation rolling. Got himself instant cast. Gotta go bear form. Looking for the bit of that recovery. Mad recovery, actually, with a renewal and everything. As he got himself plenty of mobility, just looking to get himself out of dodge. Still taking a lot of dot damage though from behind the pillar. Shifty is able to force it back little by little. That's going to be Heart of the Wild for Grain though. And Shifty may have to counter with his own Heart of the Wild as well, just to keep himself afloat here. Cyclo does connect. Just super unfortunate for Grain. But for Shifties, that is at least a chance to get himself a bit of recovery. Grain getting a couple of dots here and there, limiting the amount of healing Grain can do. He got himself a bit of that damage too on top of it. Is it going to be enough? There's a question. Is going to go for a couple of surges back to back. Got himself Baraxian for a moment, needs a bit of recovery. Shifty still has the advantage of a Heart of the Wild, so he's actually a-okay. Got himself a bit of that Baraxian, looking for recovery as well. Grain also just looking for recovery. Both are in bear form on the opposite sides of the boxes, just sitting there and self-healing each other. That is hilarious. But Shifty though definitely has an advantage here. One more surge is all he needs. That or a mushroom proc, which he just might get randomly. Who knows, honestly. Grain picking up a little bit of healing. I haven't even gotten the belt yet. Why not? It's actually one of the strongest items you can get right now. Well, actually, with the nerfs, I don't even know if it's going to be that strong. It's probably still pretty strong. But like the charge power belt damage, it is so strong, dude. It's huge. For like certain specs, you could be up to 8% of their damage. You definitely go get the belt, man. Gotta get it right now. That thing is massive. Bash of the shifties. Got himself a full silence. For Grain, this is an opportunity with Incarnation. Trying to see if he can make a play here. Shift is still locked out. He's just standing on Solar. Just playing bare form and healing. Trinket out for Grain. Just trying to see if he can keep the pressure rolling in. Does get him with the silence. Solar. Trying to see if he can walk out of it. Doesn't get locked out, but still he just can't stand in that Solar Beam. Getting silenced while he is in that. Tentacle is up. Which tentacle is it actually? Is it Grain's? I think it might be Grain's tentacle. Try to see if you can reconnect with shifties if at all possible. Got him dotted. Yet another Fury of Balloon. Got him some proc of mushrooms. Hold on, this is actually a decent bit of damage. But shifty's back with a recovery. Back behind the pillar. Roar with a clone right after. Look at the full-on recovery. If only Grain had a shrinkage to break out of this one. But he's just going to have to sit that entire CC. It is going to be Twilight Dev out for shifties. Is he getting caught in the boxes? Did Twilight Dev get caught in the boxes in Dalaran sewers? Because it looked like it went from like the corner box and just couldn't go further than that. That is unfortunate. Grain, look at him. He just tried to see if he keep rushing shifties. Does not want to give him any opportunity to get any recovery whatsoever. Try to go for a silence as soon as he gets knocked back. This leaping right over. I like that leap, by the way. That disengage a leap right onto the platform. That's pretty good, actually. The wild charge. Shift is getting kind of low, though. He doesn't have Art of the Wild anymore. He did have a silence, is able to lock down Grain if he stands under it, but no, Grain able just to keep pressuring him on and on and on, and continue just enough pressure to keep the roll going. He is going to have to catch himself a reset, but a quick fear out for Goerz does not let him sit in stealth at all. Barsky to follow. Void Torn right after, looking for a silence. Mindful is going to be massive. He's got him some big halos, so he's got him some big damage out of the centers. That Barsky to keep him alive, though. Trying to go for a clone. And Grain might have to go for everything he can to survive here. Might be in a bit of a tough spot. Got himself regrows back to back, looking to keep himself afloat. But I don't know if it'll be enough though. Heart of the Wild not available. Doesn't have renewal. Doesn't have much. He does have Incarnation and a silence, so maybe he can pressure Goerz with just damage alone. Shadow Crash looks like it is going to connect. Basher on the corner gives him a quick bear hug. Root, silence, trick it off for Goerz. And this is where Grain is actually just going to try to see if he can put some pressure in. He's got instance. Void Charmed right after. He's got plenty of damage still. Goerz under a ton of pressure. Maybe looking for disperse. Starshooter isn't doing work. Get him bear form. Got him so a bit of that, what looks like a bit of that recovery with a health trinket. A Battle Masters maybe? Knocking Goerz back for a second. Those tentacles not feeling good at all. Got him some random procs. Oh, Fury of Balloon, however, which is massive for him. It looks like he's playing the Fury of Balloon build actually. Warrior of Balloon. It's actually not that bad. Rigros barely keeping him alive. Bear form could help. Barskin, he really needed that Barskin for a nice go by Goerz. I think try to see if you can get him maybe a stun. Maybe like a rake stun re-stealth opener. Possibly, maybe. What's up, Icy? How you doing, my man? And then tomorrow, I don't really know. I think it might just be W tomorrow. Or W this weekend. Try to see if he closes the gap for a fear. Does he get close enough though? He is very much in range. Does get a fear. Mushroom proccing on him though. Grain does have renewal very, very soon. Knocked back into Goerz. Halo is out. Able to somewhat line inside the side feed. Not for too long though. Barefoot keeping it barely alive. It is going to go for that frenzied region though. But needs to be line inside that side feed at all times if he's going to heal. Silence on Goerz while he's bashed up. Charge Surge is doing work. Fear as soon as he comes out of the silence. And that's going to be Grain with Incarnation still available. Grain, Void Torrent. Goerz actually got a lot of damage. Grain might just go down. Heart of the Wild is available in a few seconds. No, so close. Goerz almost went down. Wait. No, it's not going to go down. Yeah, it ain't going down now. Tama with the food major give. Yeah, ain't happening. And Tox at least try to give Goerz a chance here. I love that. Love seeing it, man. At least he wants to give him a proper opportunity. That was a long duel, by the way. We're 6 minutes in with just Boomkins playing around for a good portion of it. Boomy v Boomy and Boomy v Priest, man. These are two specs you never really see dueling each other, or at least in general in duels. But I love seeing it either way. Fear out onto Toxie. Dots are in. Dark Ascension, everything is available. He got himself that Void Sword. Toxie's taking a lot of damage though. Does go for a kick to Goerz. That's going to be full disperse. Oh, not disperse. It's going to be full death mark. Goerz may need to use every defensive here. Maybe looking for disperse. Toxie almost died. You might just need to disperse it, honestly. Honestly, you might just want to disperse it. You're in on a good spot. Does get DPs onto Toxie. Hold on, Goerz got some damage apparently. Goerz got a bite to him. What was that? Just needed the right class to duel up against apparently. Fear onto Toxie. Does go for the trinket. This needs a little bit more damage. Vanish out for Toxie. Fear to follow right after. Oh, he's gonna get a second Fear, I think, doesn't he? Oh, he does kill him. Goerz! Ooh, I love the honor duel. Unfortunate for Toxie, but I love the honor duel, and Toxie is a champ in my books. For even give him a chance there into a plus from one rogue into the next. But you know what? Goer's played against a very dangerous rogue, and he somehow lived to tell about it. Can NA or EU join? Gonna be laggy? Can NA join EU? Nope. Cannot even join. You guys have played in different regions completely, unfortunately. Cheap shot onto Goer's back-to-back. There goes his burst. He's like, you know what? I'm feeling it. Shadow Blades, probably Flagellation. I'm just gonna chill. Fear onto Plush is gonna get a second fear. Just chill. Yeah, there goes a second fear. That's perfect. I forgot that Archon could go for second fears. That is so cool. Goer's is in trouble though. That is a lot of damage taken. Oh, the flashing lights barely do anything. Maybe he could go for a bunch of DPs. Needs a VE right now. VE. Oh, I think it might be lights here. Oh, Goer's, I'm so sorry. Immediately hits him with low blow. Gonna be living up to his name. Go for a quick low blow to Plush. Take him out while he's in here. Blind, and Plush might just be able to make it out of here alive. Smoke bomb. Needs something. Oh, evasion. Oh. Woo! Low blow. Does step, but he doesn't land a hit. Doesn't put Plush into combat. Takes himself out of combat with that one. And it's gonna be a sap by Plush. That's an escape right there. Oh my. Yeah, you gotta make sure you get the guy into combat immediately. Throw a weapon at him or something. Get an auto attack in there. You gotta get that step, right? You gotta do something to keep him in combat. You can't just like step to him and just not hit him. Oh man, cringe. That's unfortunate. Yo, I see. If we get enough bodies on an A, man, maybe we'll bring back. If we can get 2 groups on an A, then maybe we'll bring it back. Yeah, I'm thinking by next match, I'm sure like we'll have a bunch of homies join back in. Too many class changes not to have fun with. Sap by Plush. Landing a quick hit onto low blow. Able to go for strike into a kidney shot immediately. Does go for a trinket. Blind reset. Plush does not have a trinket out of this one. Cheap shots with flagellation. Ain't gonna feel good. Low blow with an evasion. Ooh, hold on a second. Cloak shot is for Plush. Looking for a bit of a heal. Is it gonna be enough though? Low blow try to stay on him. Gouge for a moment. Try to see if he can separate. Vanish in 14 seconds. He's on you right. Oh, he's on you the entire time. He's not gonna let you go. Does go for a Symbols of Death. Plush barely alive, but does get taken out at the end. With it looks like Saya catching him very, very quickly in a dot. Man, low blow with the Cloak of Shadows looking for the reset. Vanish? Oh, that is unfortunate. Unfortunate. I hope because we'll probably feel like you're in shit. Everything demolished hurt. Might be one shot, but close to one. Dude, they used to be a one shots. We used to let warriors join just for like some fun with it. But like limited fun because it is a tank at the end of the day. Low blow, I think it's just down light. Yeah, it's over. Dude, Rogue v Dawn Light is such a I hate that combo. I know that Dawn Light is really good, but as soon as I see a Rogue going up against a Paladin with Dawn Light, I'm like, that Rogue is gonna die. That Dawn Light is just gonna melt him. It is so tragic. It is tragic. Paladins are good though. Big bolt out for Cobra with another bolt loaded up. Sire might be in a bit of trouble. Does go for a few magic immunity. Every one of these bolts are going to be painful. Does go for the gateway here. Maybe looking for a port pretty early. Dark Pact in case. He's just trying to see if he can bunker down for a second. No wall. There's a wall for Sire though. Into a stun. Still got an Infernal chasing after him. That thing is going to do a decent bit of damage. And it's going to generate lots of resources for Cobra. Does have a wall in itself, so he's going to bunker out completely. Overlord with a big overhead swing. He's trying to see if he can send in more bolts back at Saya with another ward for a second, trying to see if he can juke out a reflected Hodge back to Saya. Not going to hit it though. This Cobra does go for a port. Saya feeling that he's got an advantage here. He's going to chase after Cobra. Does get him with a mortal coil. That's going to at least put him almost through the wall of the Dalaran Silvers. Does go for a quick interrupt on a bolt at the very end. What was that kick, dude? He just waddled in. Hit him with a quick rebuke. And he just needs more fears. Cobra, oh, it just dies to Dawn Light. Just dies to Dawn Light. That could be a title of a video, man. Just dies to a Dawn Light. That is so unfortunate. Saya gonna be down. Blizzard's next to him, but he's still mannering up. Looks like Blizzard isn't connecting. Weird. At least he got himself a bit of mana. Let Boo Bar come back in little by little. Tama just continuing to Blizzard him around the corner. Is Tama... I'm seeing a single shield for Tama. Are you a spell slinger right now? I think it might be a spell slinger. Like legitimate spell slinger. But I can't tell. Side chilling behind the pillow. Blizzard is down back to back. And he's got himself a bit of that healing. Tama blinking in, breath to follow, Polly right after. We'll see if he got himself a full on go here. It's gonna be a bubble. No meteor. So you are a spell slinger. You have to be a spell slinger. Holy. You actually have to be, huh? What is happening? Hold on a second. Switch. Something happened to my recording, so I'm just gonna have to slice some footages together apparently. Ice block out for Tama. Does break out of it for a quick ray of frost onto Saya. Throwing down the orb and everything. Tama trying to see if he can back up out of there very, very quickly. Shift the power back to back. Does he have enough here? Does he have enough to potentially finish him? Saya is kind of low actually. Does he have laying hands? I think he's already used it and everything, right? I think he's already used it, right? Got him some regenerate and everything. Oh. I messed up. Wait. Wait, I messed up. Oh, no. I dropped my phone on my keyboard and now everything is up. Okay, we're just gonna have to do the jank like. We gotta have to do this finish up jank like. I might do a stash reload here in a second to fix, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to work with this bud. Wait, stun on the Saya? Does he have enough? Saya's super low. Lance does take it. Let me do a stash reload. Yeah, the WoW UI stuff, if I hit a button accidentally, it just brings up the trial full normal UI. It essentially hides my normal UI overlaying the spectator UI. That's fun. That's awesome. Putting my foot as far away as I can. What are you doing skulking around like that? What are you doing? Look like a creeper. What is this? Is this like your normal animation? What is this animation? What is happening? Why are you crouched like that? Why is this a thing? Tama trying to see if he can get himself as much recovery as possible. The man is letting him at least get a bunch of mana buds in. It's gonna come down to Tama versus Rick. Tama, one block still available. Rick has everything up here. We're gonna see how it's gonna work for the both of them. Let's see how that ends up working out, man. Tama mounted up, trying to see if you could get a Nova. Does not get a Nova, unfortunately. That was a hell of a play to begin with. I think we're just trying to see if we get a Nova back up out of there, maybe pump him from a distance. It's going to chase after Rick, looking for a kick. It is going to be Netherboard for a second. I don't know if he's able to steal Netherboard, shift the power, but Rick is going to actually gateway to him, just chase it after the guy. Tama may be looking for that block, though. Does go for that block. He has to. But at 82% dampening, you ain't healing for nothing. I think it looked like Overlord, dude. That Overlord just looking at you. He's looking at you with an axe menacingly. Tama, I don't know if you can get much healing here. I think it's just lights, right? Yeah, it is just lights, unfortunately. Dampening, way too high. Saya, Goer's picking up 2, by the way. Just absolute melted rogue. He did 82 million damage there. That is a lot. That is actually a ton. Alright, let's get us another go, boys, yeah? Uno más. You Goer's a +1. I love how we had a random blip there while we were doing our duels, man. What was that all about? Random little blip while we were just hanging out doing duels. My recording thing broke for a second. Dropped my phone on my keyboard. Like, everything went wrong there. What was that? Alrighty. Make me lead if you can. Oh, I'm already lead. Beautiful. Alrighty. Here we are. Wonderful, beautiful boys. I mean, the mods can hang anywhere from 6 to 10 million depending on the crits. I'll play arms or fury. Yeah, I mean, if we do, I'd be down to like get like at least 1 game, maybe 2 of prot for like a one-shotty kind of chance. But yeah, we usually don't have tanks in duels. Just because tanks are not tuned to PvP at all. Not necessarily. Alrighty, I need close this out. And we got this going. Beautiful. Eloise! Hey, how you doing, fam? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing wonderful. Alright, we're good. Plus, let me know when you're ready. Let me know when ready. Here we go. And we'll make Goerus lead, and we are good. Beautiful. Everyone trying these dungeons are just bug abusing Herald of the Sun. Paladin? Oh man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I heard that Herald of the Sun apparently is doing some nutty damage. But that's just how it's going to be, right? That's PTR for you. Just don't invite paladins in your group. Just don't invite paladins, and then you're good, right? 2 seconds? Okay, Blush needs a couple of seconds, boys, and we'll be good to go. Blush needs 2. $8 damage Divine Storms. So I know that Herald has like a talent that buffs the damage of your Divine Storm. Is that like overtuned or something? Probably is overtuned. It is PTR. What the hell's out here fighting people? Necros, the DK. Was he Frost? He is Frost actually. Is it just one guy? No, it's 2 guys. Shirak, who looks like a healer. Are you a healer or are you a tank? What are you? Actually, are you a red? Can't even tell what spec he is. I think he's red. Wait, they just got PvE gear. 0. No, 0. No, no. Ah, they got 0. They got 0. Unforge, man. Unforge. Wait, they're fighting the rogue now? They're chasing after that guy? Oh, no. Oh, no. That is a red. That is a red. Unfortunately, everybody's just not joining in, not helping those boys out. Let's get ourselves going. Oh, I need to do a re-invite spectator match. Match. I need Vladislav Zib and Plush. What am I going to send you guys into? What arenas have we not done? Get Tiger's Peak? Wait, did that not work? Vladis, Lav, Zub, and Plush. Is one of you guys offline? No, Vladislav Zub is here. Plush is... Oh, Plush is offline. Yeah, gotta be online for me. Yeah, I'm not seeing Plush. It should be next to Pando and Rick. Yeah, that will do it. That'll do it. Mine sent to the Shadowlands Arena because we're going back to the... wait, what? Send them into the Shadowlands Arena because we're going back to the best expansion before BFA. What the hell is the best expansion before BFA? What? Best expansion before BFA? Legion? Is that what we're talking about? Huh? What does that mean? Isn't Executos more than Rampage, or am I wrong? I don't play Fury for PvE. I know that Rampage is a huge portion of the overall damage. And overall. But yeah. Should I relog? Yeah. Yeah. What is that? Couldn't help myself, but this guy contacts, he didn't get invited to a horror group. Idiot, I made a main crazy idiot. Wait. Apparently some guy was giving out shit to Atham. It was like, OMG, idiot. I made it a mythic main, crazy idiot. He's got a Rick mythic on 604. Sticks 604. Yeah, actually, yeah, when you look at it, yeah, he did buy it. He did buy it. He got all the mythic achievements day 1. Unless their guild was just an insane guild that decided to one-shot all the bosses and just got super lucky. Yeah, that ain't happening. What the hell? Holy. Like you press it for snap rage, not damage. If you don't press execute. Wait, what do you mean? As a Fury Warrior? Yes, you do. I do it for regeneration. Isn't it the most like highest regeneration ability, especially the Slayer? Look above the other passes, the execute damage was crazy. Above the other posted, execute damage was crazy. Oh, you mean like, oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, over on the PTR. Then enters Fury all over again. I see it, yeah. That's crazy. How hard is it hitting? Like the actual damage of it. Like each, like what's the average hit? That seems kind of nuts. Yeah, do you see plus now? I do. I see it. Yeah, I see. He's a pally. I get it. I was gonna say, which. I was gonna say who this pally is, man. Filled. Now we know, dude. This plush is the boy. We got us a Cobra on team 1. Elo is joining back in. Ooh. I like that Night Elf mog. Vroom. Going vroom vroom. Got ourselves low blow. We got ourselves Tama. Goer's gonna be first up. We got ourselves plush. That is a gorgeous little mog. Oh, what a name and what a mog, man. Are you first? They're waiting for a fifth right now. Science on team. We got Rick. We got us a Toxie. And it looks like Plush might be first up. Maybe? I like those gloves. I like how it was like purple everything. You're like, I don't have purple gloves, but I do have these gauntlets. Purple enough, right? Look at this guy. It's so good looking, dude. So good. 2 to 4 mil. That's crazy damage on executes on. I could see that damage on the arms warrior, but Fury, that is nuts. Looks like Toxie is going to be sent first. Him and Goer's actually dueled each other last time, and Toxie gave Goer's an auto duel. But now it's an opportunity for a bit of a rematch for Toxie. Goer's with an immediate trinket. Fear. Gotta be walking back. Toxie next to that image. Image does not get a second fear. Unfortunately, Coca Shot is on to for Toxie really early. Silent spam onto Goer's. At some point, he needs to get a CC onto Toxie. Does go for a juke. That's an opportunity for you to get a bunch of channel damage. Look at that channel damage. That juke kick was so good. Toxie with yet another vanish. Trying to keep the pressure going. Back-to-back Envenoms. Is it going to be enough to stun as Goer's goes into Desperate Pair together with a Disperse, looking for a lot of healing while he's dispersed. Toxie could be in a lot of trouble. Next CC chain could be massive. Hold on a second. Goer's with a juke kick on the rogue was wildly good. That was actually so impressive. And then he did a couple of those channels with Flay. It was insane. And Halo actually doing a lot of damage too. Looks like Toxie still dotted them. Goer's looks like has a fear ready for him. Yet back-to-back Garrotes, not letting him play the game. Does go for a fear and he's standing next to the image in case the guy gets too close. Fear went out a little early. Stun. Goer's does not have an answer. Does Toxie have enough here? Kingsbane is active. That's a lot of dot damage. I think he might just have Goer's this time. Does take it. He wanted a rematch and he did get the rematch. That was some crazy good play by Goer's, but Toxie did end up playing really well as well. I think he learned like, okay, he's gonna fear, I'm not gonna break out of it, I'm not gonna step immediately, let that second fear go off, and then I'm gonna get back in. He made sure to go for silences, but saved for a proper kidney shot later. That is the play, I think. Cheap shot into low blow. That's an opportunity for you to get some damage on the guy. You have an evasion, but Toxie, I think, is going to play defensively blind. Seeing low blow go for trinket, traded a blind on it. Actually, might be the play. Low blow still not dotted anymore. The blind does remove it. Is going to find nice to get him in combat, but walk past him before low blow can get a lockdown on the guy. I don't know if you still have him dotted or not, but does get him sapped up. That's the opportunity to have a proper go. Go road, low blow with a pre-feint, stun into low blow. You're just going to go for some dots and walk away. I think there was a shiv too, right? Might have been a shiv. I'm not really sure, actually. Maybe? Possibly. Toxie still got dots on a low blow, so you could get back in there and get a stun or two. He's going to pick up eyes. Or he's going to wait. He knows he's going to be there, right? He knows he's going to be there. Saps, picking up the eyes. Garrote does not go for a stun. This way he needed to go for immediate stun to lock him down. Dance Sheep would have been the play. Vanish for Toxie. Oh, he doesn't even give low blow even a chance to take a breather in between. Holy, that was so good. Well done, well done. My man. That's so good. Cobra is going to be up next. Waddling in. Toxie did just burn a death mark, however, so he's going to have a Kingsbane soonish. But he's going to have to play super safe with Cobra. He's going to run away before the Succubus can catch him. Ow! That Succubus having to run a distance, though. Oh, Gateway. Gateway stabs him. Succubus is going to catch you. It doesn't go for the CC. There goes CC. Trinkets it. That is some play. Overlord, what are you doing? Oh, this guy's like a linebacker. Charging at the back line, looking for the quarterback. Holy, he's just going to sack the guy real quick. What was that speed? That guy ran with so much speed. He's way too big to run that quick. Holy. He's not even compact like a dwarf. He's not even dense. He's just big. How do you run that fast when you're that big? And wearing armor and a big battle axe? Holy moly. Is Toxie just dead? Dude. Destros, man. As soon as you got a couple of demons on you, it's over. It's lights. Grain is going to be up next, trying to see if he can get himself a proper go versus Cobre. It is going to be another ward for a second, so Grain is going to end up reflecting some abilities back to himself. Wall does prevent the silence from connecting. Hold on. You could just stand and bathe it on sunlight for a good bit. Get some vitamin D, man. While Grain trying to see if he can keep the pressure on, and Cobre actually taking a bit of damage. Grain got a lot of instants, lots of resources, so you just continue to pummel him back to back with Star Surges. That's going to be bare for him, dodging the Ruination. Looks like Ruination actually is connecting again. They didn't, that Chaos Bolt felt like it did no damage though. I don't know what happened, but that bolt literally looked like it did 0 damage whatsoever. Bonzo fell right after. Grain might just be down. Oh, that Overlord though. Twice now, Overlord just walks up and makes a play. What's up, Azrael? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Azrael, I gotta call you Azrael. That's Azrael. I know my names. I promise. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Fear out by Cobre onto field. Who's got a bubble immediately. Yeah, it's gonna be Gateway. It's gonna be a port. Just trying to see if we get the hell out of dodge. It's gonna go for first aid, but the judgments are gonna break it. That is unfortunate. GG's, yo, straight up GG's, man. Definitely well played, honestly. Those demons though that Desperate Warlocks can summon, I mean, it literally gets a taste of the demon action. And those demons are so effective, dude. Between Chaos Mother, Tyrant, Overlord, all of those really hurt. They hit really, really hard. And I feel like with Desperate Warlocks who are all Chaos Bolts, right, they're all burst damage, they synergize well into that build. Because look at that Chaos Mother just pummeling down Filled back to back to back with those, I don't even know what she hits him with, honestly. Hell eruptions? I don't even know. Blind out for Filled. Searing Glare to follow. He's still taking a decent bit of damage. Does go for Lay on Hands. Cobre has a Warlock Hellstone in case he needs to. Does end up using it. Dark Pact is available very, very soon. He's got a bit of that Dawn Light burning him down. Not feeling great at all. May need a Mortal Coil here. Dark Pact barely keeping him alive with that Dawn Light burning right through it like it's nothing. Bonza fell onto Filled, which got himself mount movement speed. Mortal Coil Rafter. Fast Bolt. Hold on. Fast Bolt? Ruination? Or is it not fast? I blinked for a second and he's dead. I was literally looking at Cobra. I was like, wait, that's a fast bolt? Where's the Overfiend? It wasn't a fast bolt. It was just the, what is it, Diabolus thing. Is it Saya or Rick next? They both want to charge in. Which one is it going to be? Give it Cobra a moment here. It looks like it is Saya. Just going to try to see if we can take down Cobra. Chaos Bolt trying to see if he can get a juke. Fear, no juke out of Saya. Oh wait, no, he did get juked. He did get juked. He's just not running that one gem by the looks of things. Cobra might be in a bit of trouble though. Trying to see if he can back the hell out of dodge. Does he have a port? He does have a gateway. Able to break away out of there. I don't know if he's got a Warlock Hellstone. Does have last one to burn. Last Warlock Stone to burn with a Mortal Coil onto Saya. Still playing the defensive. Trick out for Saya. Wall and Dark Pact is up for Cobra. That's an opportunity for you to get some casted in Hodge. It was bunkered as it can be. Succubus trying to catch a quick Succubus CC onto Saya. You got to pull him out in the open. Succubus needs to catch. Does go for a rebuke onto the Succubus. There goes an opportunity for a fear. But Cobra just melted to the Dawn Light. Yeah, Saya put him, the guy in an unwinnable situation. That's all you can really do in that one. That is unfortunate. With Tama trying to see if he can get himself a proper tech here setup. With Saya looking for a full regenerate. He's going to break it. Bubble. Spell Warden available. Everything is up. I don't know if he's got to lay on hands. Now they gotta lay on hands. There goes, speaking of the devil, Icebuck out for Tama. That's just a lot of pressure off by Saya. Tama having to go for a block really early. 41% damage, but definitely not gonna make this easy. And he's gonna go for a stun. Does get a stun. Trick inside of it, trying to see if he can make a play. Isn't enough damage. Looking for a big shatter. It's almost there. Might be a bubble. There goes the bubble. Tama just gotta live. Got himself a greater invis. That's gonna give him some DR. That's really, really good. Shields are available. Looking for a poly, but also looking to not to get interrupted if possible. Shield power does get stunned up. Does not have a way to break out of this one though. Unfortunate second block has to be used before Saya goes in for a Templar at the end. Man. With Saya just throwing in a couple of hammers here and there at Tama. Does not give him much of a chance though here. I think it might be just lights to Tama. If he gets one hammer. Oh, Brad. Ring. Frostbomb. I don't think he can go for a stun or anything, right? He got himself flurries. He got himself some distance damage. With a bit of a shield. Panda racial. Oh. That is unfortunate. Eloise, you're the last one. Good luck. He doesn't have a bubble. Or lay on hands. He does have Bop or Spell Warden, so he's probably going to Spell Warden a lot of your damage. Unfortunately. What is Rick doing? What are they doing? What is happening here? Luizo's trying to figure out, like, am I dueling Saya? Am I dueling Rick? What am I doing here? I don't think it is Saya. Saya's rushing me. Alright, big hunt to follow up. Into a Blessing of Saint to try to make sure he gets out of the stun fairly quickly. Stun onto Eloise, does go for a trinket. Needs to go do as much damage as humanly possibly here. Saya just gonna back up out of there and just chill back behind the pillar as best as he can. Eloise trying to get up top next to Saya to let that the fell scarred do a bit of the damage. Full immunity for chaos damage for Saya. Does get hit with a Sigil of Fear. Looks like that cannot be immune. I guess it can be immune CC, right? Or Sigil of Fear is maybe physical? Flying up in air, looking for lances, but I think for Saya he just needs one good hit. It is over. Unfortunate. Demon Hunters just do not play well in high dampening. There's just not much you can really do in that situation. Cobra picking up 3 though, by the way. Well done, well done. Toxie does get his revenge. And then it was Saya taking out the rest though. Well done, well done. Let's get us another one going, boys. Uno mas. Goeris and Saya. Let me know when... Goeris, not Saya. Goeris, these are +1. Goeris and plus, let me know when you guys are good to go. Fast believe when you get a chance, bud. You gotta get us this one more body here, boys. Need one? Same. Same, though. Same, though. Alrighty, open up the group again, homies. Get in here. Holy Warlock of GG anyway? Dude, for real? Yeah, seriously. Seriously, Holy Warlock indeed. Indubitably. Maximum rematch 15 minutes changes to Pandaria. Wait, buff to Marksmanship Hunter Mage and Brewmaster Marksman Pandaria Classic? What about 11.2? Is there no buffs there? Let's do with that weapon. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, weapon be good. I got so many people tagging me, pings and stuff. Got messages too. I got a lot of notifications going off, man. Oh, they're buffing Brew? I have no idea. Alright, we need one more. One more for both teams, it'll be good to go. Is a single target damage increase because they needed more damage? So I don't know what kind of a profile Brewmasters had. All I heard is they were really, really strong back then. Because they needed more damage. I heard they were really good at damage. Blood DKs apparently were also really good too. Good Dallas, send them into the Necrolord Arena because we're coming back to the second best expansion, Shadowlands, in WoW. First one was going to be always BFA. Who said we're going back to Shadowlands? Is it because Tazavesh? They're moving Tazavesh, but they're moving... Dude, wait, I talked about like 11.2 stuff? I don't know, hold on. Does Tazavesh give you Shadowlands vibes? Does Karaj give you Shadowlands vibes? Because that gives me Legion vibes, man. That gives me Legion-ass vibes. It's Locust Walker, it's Ethereals. And those guys are Legion. They're bringing in, the Brokers. But... yeah, SL and BFA being the top 2 is crazy. Yeah, that's some wild work. Could be worse. Could be WAD, right? WAD could be at the top. Yes, we're coming to Tazavesh and Shadowlands X-Pack. So, yes and no. Like, I always like Brokers by themselves, by the way. I always like Brokers. Extensions? What's up, my man? How you doing, my guy? Alright, well, this team is good to go, though. Plus, let me know when you're good to go. As well, got you in, man. Hell yeah. Plus, let me know when you're good. But, hold on. This is why I always like Brokers of Shadowlands. Because they always never felt like they were part of Shadowlands. Always felt like they were a mysterious extra entity that does their own thing. And then when you go to Tazavesh, it's not in Shadowlands. It's in their own like little pocket dimension that resides and is next to Shadowlands. But it's not quite in Shadowlands. And I always like that about them. How there's like brokers that are cartels, and then there's these other type of broker that are looking for the secrets of the first ones or whatever. The fact that they can travel places or whatever. The fact that it can leave Shadowlands while most creatures really cannot leave Shadowlands, right? So I always found them like interesting, but there was so very little info about them. I always wanted to know more about the brokers because I thought it was really, really cool. Different cartels, the markets, the different businesses they're into. And it was kind of cool that there always was like a little bit of parallels between them and like the ethereals, right? To give us a lore thing that they actually come from the same place. It's just some of them stayed on broken worlds, but using wraps, while others created like suits to harness their energies or whatever, and then go travel beyond to make, you know, a life again. I actually kind of think that's cool. And seeing them combine together, because I've done some of those quests on Koresh too, seeing them like mingling between each other and talking, and I'm like, you know what, there's like actually some like similarities, and like they feel kind of natural, you know what I mean? Seeing like Tezavesh on the drawback on the backdrop that is Koresh kind of works for me, man. No stories spoiled, but I'll be happy with what we learn. Of course, I'm not gonna spoil any stories. Actually, there's a lot of story stuff, bro. Hold on. Literally, when you get into the new zone, you ally yourself with somebody you never thought you'd ally with again. When Locust Walker's like, oh, I have a contact I've been keeping in touch with. We're going to Koresh. You know, he got the cartels, bunch of cartels of the what are they called? There's like a bunch of cartels, Ba, Za, and a couple, 2 others, and they basically are a new entity. And I was like, oh, he's talking about Venari, right? It's not Venari. Surprised the hell out of me who you get to ally with. Holy, you know what bothers me? It was a bad boy Ericron. You know what? He's doing his thing. He's gonna be back for Last Titan. He's gonna be back because so his whole storyline is the elementals versus the Titans, and he just has a bone to pick with the Titans specifically. This is gonna be back later. This one is all about the Void, all about ethereals, Koresh, and I guess the bad guy right now that's in the front lines is Zalatath. But yeah, for the time being. Send me Shadowlands areas, please, Dal. I need to see this project now. Use some Shadowlands arenas? No, Shadowlands arenas kind of blow, honestly. They kind of suck. Plus, do we have 5 or we need one more still? Let me know, my guy. Or are we good? I don't know if your group is listed or not. Let me know if we're good to go, my guy, or if you still need 1. But I done it, so I wasn't gonna make any comments. I thought you didn't done it. I'm doing a bunch of it. What is it? Bunch of story stuff. I'm still like halfway through it because it got DC'd. Ready? Beautiful. Send you guys into another one. It's gonna be Lordaeron. Yeah, I was waiting for you guys to be ready. Wait, I can't do that yet. Cool. Goeris and bounce and yeah and yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know about Shadowlands. Necrolord is also not a great arena for duels. It's just way too big. The pillars are too big. The zone is a bit big. The pillars have been way too big for 1v1 is what's diabolical about it. I don't want to do that. It's not fun. Ravendreth should have been an area instead of Bastion. Ravendreth should have gotten an arena instead of Bastion. That would have been sick, actually. Imagine what kind of aesthetics they could have had with Ravendreth. Yes. They should have had one for every Covenant. There's so much cool stuff you could have done with. Right? I think there's so much cool stuff you could have done with it. There should have been a Ravendreth raid. There should have been a raid for every Covenant. There should have been an arena for every Covenant. There should have been a couple of BGs that are all Shadowlands themed. And I feel like there's so much cool stuff you could have done with it, but they just didn't have the time. The development, all that. Yeah, it's, you know what, honestly, I wouldn't even want them, like if they did, I don't even want to see, because I know how there's going to be, because right now we are going to be having, I'm kind of all over the place, I'm scatterbrained completely, but you know how we're going to have Mop Classic in a bit? What it comes after that, WoW Classic, if they bring back WoW Classic, you need to restore the content, that's the only way you can make it work, right? Different. I wouldn't want them doing that with Shadowlands ever. Don't restore content, don't make content, none of it. Just let it die. Big damage out for Toxic onto Extinction, who might just go extinct right here, right now. He's got mad shields. It is reflecting a lot of damage back to Toxic. Lots of damage reflected back to the guy over and over. Might be in a lot of trouble. Into an abyss for a second. Breath right after. Toxic with a vanish. Does go for a Garrote. That's going to be a block out for Extinction. The one I'll have a breath to follow up, but he does throw a Phoenix Flame into the Rogue's face. Rogue just sees a couple of dots. Cheap shot, but the shields are in. Toxic might just die to those shields. I think he's just dead to the shields. But he's got some big Envenom. Cauterize. Is it enough? Extinction needs a heal, but the dots do take it. Toxic, that is a lot of damage out of you, my man. That is a lot of damage. Lordy. Oh my god. That was a lot, man. That was a lot. Corbett is going to be up next, however. Damn. Toxic chillin'. God, man, that was an opener there. That was an opener. Shields versus poison and bleeds. Sorry for being doing tomorrow on YouTube. Sounds good, Johnny. I'll definitely need you. Looks like Flush might be out tomorrow, so you'll be my go-to man, yeah? You'll get one group, I'll get the other. Cobra does spawn in an Aura Fiend. I think he had to spawn one in, right? Hey. Backstep on him, Jack should have been slapped. Dude, that would have been awesome, actually. Imagine Shadowlands had the next 3.0 raid, but like their own themed or whatever. Maybe like make some unique mechanic or copy some of the mechanics of a proper patchwork fight, very similar to the original, but give us like something cool new stuff too, right? Like an homage, right? An homage to it. Like ideally, the idea of it is definitely cool. It definitely did work out, but the idea is definitely neat. Mortal sent on Toxic with a bolt right after. Does go for a fear. Cluck shadows for Toxic just to keep the pressure to Cobra with the Kingsbane. He's got him some Deathmark in a little bit. I wonder if he just goes in to commit Deathmark and Kingsbane and just pummel both of those into Cobra, or just separate the two. I think he just might separate the two for a little bit. Cobra is taking a decent bit of dot damage from the Kingsbane though. It is hurting. Drop it down Infernal. No out. Toxic does go for advantage. I don't know if he's dotted. Somehow walking up the ramp, up the tombstone. It just wasn't quite letting him get over the hump, unfortunately. Damn. As Cobra does have himself an Infernal, Succubus with the eye getting picked up on Toxic unless he's in a good spot. Let's go for a gouge. He's going to try to see if he can get our dot in. Trinkets. Garrotes under Cobra. This could be an opportunity. Kill the shot. Kingsbane. Everything is available. No Kingsbane. Deathmark. This could be an opportunity for some big damage though. Mortal wall for Cobra with a wall with fear right after. Immolate onto Toxie. That bolt is gonna hurt unless you meld it. Oh, he does meld it. He does meld it. He's still gonna take a lot of damage, but he does end up melding it with a step right after. Gateway to follow. Trying to see if he can step halfway through. He's got evasion. That's gonna help reduce some of the magic damage. Maybe. Wait. Ah, nah. Never mind. Actually, he doesn't play the right hero spec. He's playing Fatebound Coin Rogue. And so you wouldn't be able to, what's it? You would not be able to, what am I thinking of? He wouldn't be able to, what am I thinking of actually? He wouldn't be able to, evasion, defensive, the magic damage. There's like a hero talent, choice node in the Deathstalker tree where if you press evasion, you also take 20% less magic damage. There's nothing like that for Fatebound. So I was thinking like, oh, he's evasion defensively. Nah. You're just pressing just to press a button at that point. Like, nothing else is available. Never mind. I wonder though if he had the 20% DR, he probably could have lived a little longer. Trade stuns back to back by Rick and Cobra, but both of them do end up dodging each other. And Rick and himself a whole army of demons. The Doom Guard and everything is available. The Shadow Fiend does come through, or Overfiend does come through with bolts back to back into Rick, but it's just not breaking past his defenses. Chaos Mother is just barreling down everything at Cobra, not feeling good whatsoever. It is gonna go down to a couple of demon bolts though. Who's up next? Is it gonna be Eloise? Tama? One of you guys gotta go, right? Pretty sure. I didn't even realize you guys picked up a Shadow Priest. You got Shallan. Oh, you got the new mount? I think it's the new mount. Looks cool. Looks good. Who's up next? He's literally got a Felguard part there. You go? I think I'm talking to Luis. You go. But that thing can immediately charge, yeah. I was actually expecting for that thing to go for Axtos. Axtos as you do round the bend behind that tombstone. And for Rick, all he's got to do is keep those pets sent in. And for Luis, look how much damage Luis has taken and then just shown behind the pillar. Having to go for stones on those pets, unfortunately. Literally having to use damage on those pets because they're going to hurt. Blur is up. Hunt to follow. Does go for a bit of a reflect. That's going to be Sigil of Fear. Does not connect. That's where Rick is just going to try to see if he can get himself some damage. More to call to follow. Eloise might be in a bit of trouble. Maybe looking for an immunity here. Definitely needs to get on top of Rick with full meta and everything. That's going to be a little bit of cleave. Stun right after. That could be an opportunity for you to make some damage happen. Darkness down. Abyssal Gaze. Whatever damage you can pull out right now into Rick. This is right now the most amount of damage you can do. As soon as you leak Darkness, however, you're going to be under a lot of trouble. Does go for a short stun onto Rick. Not a lot of health available. Does get hit with a fear. It's going to backflip for a second, reducing some of the damage, but Rick is able to continue on with those hits. Back to back either way. Axe toss on Tama does go for a trinket. That's still going to be a bunch of demons surrounding him. Tama does have at least have altar. Rick just trying to see if he can give himself a little bit of recovery. Nether Tempest for a second. Or Nether Ward I think it is. Axe toss on the Frost. Will not be able to block for a second. Does go for the altar. Got himself shields. Body, soul ripped out from one another. Oh, no. Got himself at least a bit of shielding. Got himself a bit of lances too. Able to plink away at Rick little by little, but he's just not a lot of health. Does go for the block as Doom procs. I don't know if Doom procced and then you blocked, or is a block that procced a Doom. But that could have potentially been bad. That Doom could hit really hard. Does get himself an angle to go for a flurry with an altar in case his health really gets really badly. Oh, but it's a Demon Bolt as he alters though. That Demon Bolt was mid-air, you altered, it's still connected. It has such a delay to it. With the pet going in for a final strike. Goair is going to be up next. Got himself big halo damage. Charging over at Rick. Trying to see if he can get over to the guy. Just as long as he gets line of sight. We're looking for the fear. You got to get the proper fear in. Does go fear stun combo. That's a wall out for Rick. Void Torrent to follow. Goair is the last one left over for the team one. Trying to make a play here. Sanity spam back to back onto Rick, who does go for a port. He got himself a Tyrant, is going to send him more pets. He just got to wait and be away from Goair's here as best as he can. Fade for a second. Goair's trying to see if he can break it. It kind of slows. But Rick does not have the most amount of demons here. He's got Tyrant, and I think he's got a Felguard, right? So it's the wrong person here. Might be. Silence. Oh, wait, Goair takes it. Great silence. Great go. It looks like Shallan is also going to be another Archon praised. Got himself a full Halo with burst, unless you are a Void Weaver. Are you? Wait, no, you are, because you press Halo, but you don't have the halos like radiating in and out. Unless stun. Well, no, yeah, no, he's a Void Weaver. He is a Void Weaver, which is really strong. For Goair, he definitely needs to find a way to do damage while he has Shallan out in the open, because that Void Weaver Rift is going to do a lot of damage every time. It's going to hurt. Trying to see if he closes the gap. Silence to follow. Goair does have some defenses. That's going to be dispersed. Fear right after. He has a fear of his own potential. I think that's what he's trying to go for. Does he get it? There's a question. Does go for a fear. That's an opportunity for you to make some damage. Shallan got a full PI and everything. Flay Insanity's back to back while silence. That is quite a bit of damage just burning right through Shallan. And Goair is looking for that recovery as best as he can. But does he have enough? Shadow Crash does not connect. He doesn't have the Shadow Crash that chases the target. He has the one that targets on the ground instead. Man. This could be anyone's game here, actually. Priest versus Priest is not an easy. I don't know how much mana Goair has, though. That's the problem. I don't see spamming, so it might be spent the mana for a bit. Fade for Fade. Fear does connect. He's not going to get the second Fear, unfortunately. But does get himself Void Torrent. A bit of damage on Shallan. He's going to go for a stun right after. Flay Insanity's doing a bit of damage, though. Those Flay Insanities do a lot. He just got to get more procs of those. That's literally what his playstyle is. Get procs for Flay Insanities, and those will do a ton of damage. The Dark Ascension. Halo. This is going to give him a lot of procs, actually. Every Halo is going to give him that, the proc for big sanities. Fear gets out of it. Silence to follow. Shallan, just slow down. Limit on health. Oh, and you just melt him down. Just beaming him. There it is. Yo, Archon Priest just sneak up on you. I feel like when you see the Void Weaver Priest, it's all about the big rift. You see it from a mile away. You see that damage. With the Archon Priest, once they get that big drain, once fuck up all those flays, your health could just null immediately. It's a lot of damage. It hits him pretty hard too. Field is going to be up next versus Goair. Giving him as much of an honor duel opportunity, he had 50% dampening. You ain't going to be able to get a lot of healing. Goair is at least able to mana up at the beginning. Stun immediately onto the Paladino. Void Torrent to follow. He's got him some immunity to magic damage. Goair may just have to go for Disperse here to counter the immunity. He does go for Disperse. That's going to put him in a weird spot though, because now he won't have any other counters for damage from Field. Does go for a Fear. Keep him next to that image. Trying to keep him kind of nearby. It doesn't connect with another Fear. Got himself at least a little bit of healing. Into a side feed for a second, reducing the man's healing. Got himself Halo, potential lots of damage. This could be huge. Filled might just have a bubble. Lay on hands being used. He just spamming flames and sanities with a VE. That gives him a lot of healing. Void Torrent to follow. Bunch of DPs. Is it going to be enough though? Shield of Vengeance. Barely keeping him alive. Searing Glare to follow. He's still got dots. With the Hodge, I think it's over for Guerreros. This way you would have loved to have it dispersed. Barely any health though. I think it's over. Fade for a second, but dotted. Rotted. There's just so much you can do. Rick picking up 3, but Guerreros was valiant trying to see if he can bring it back for his team. Picking up 2. Told you, as soon as you disperse there, it's like you're gonna wish you needed it later. And immediately, it's probably a solid trade in this high dampening. But there's just gotta be, unless you have like another defensive man. Unless you have another defensive, I don't know what else you can really do. Actually, one more. All right, Blush is saying one more. You guys down for one more, or are you done ski? Goers, let me know if you're good. We got Goers good, and the team is still there. We'll do one more real quick. Because it is about that time. Plus. Okay, one more. We'll do let's do a Toberon. Let's do a Toberon. We haven't done Toberon tonight. I still said they didn't add a Drust raid in Ardabil. True. A Nax raid in Maldraxxus and a Forsworn raid in Bastion. Uther raid boss. Hello? Wasted opportunity? I agree with that, honestly. Imagine if Kelton's not coming back and this says everything was a mission made from Zalatath or Dementius. Okay, I hope they don't do that. Yeah, I hope they don't randomly do that. It's all Dementius' plan. I feel like it's fine to have Ethereals and the Shadow Guard who's been built up over the last few expansions, especially in Legion, as literally Ethereals who fell to the void that are trying to bring back Dementius. However, there's also a lot more information within Koresh of the Dementius and the fall of Koresh. There's a lot more there. There's a dialogue, I'm going to do a bit of spoiler. It says, Dementius didn't want to be split into 1 million pieces. Why do you think that happened, champion? Why do you think that happened, you big dummy? Literally, you do get like talked down to, but it makes sense. It's pretty good. Bunch of secrets. Which. It's all really cool. Tom, are gonna be first up over the team. 1. Are you back to that Frostfire, or are you still Spell Warden or Spellslinger as a Frosty? I guess I'll find out in a second if I see the singular shield. Rick is gonna be first up versus Tama. Immediately surrounding him with so many vile faces. Look at that. Thomas is literally sitting at half health. He might just be looking for a block here. Ring of Frost and all those pets. That's just a lot of damage he's got to deal with. Even more demons getting summoned up. Because of the water elemental, he has a way. A double Felguard just barraging Tom. Thank goodness for the block. He breaks out of it, but those bolts are already still midair. Chipping away at his health bar. Does go for invis. Just looking for a reset. Oh, man. But no, what is that? Hold on. He got a random Frost volley. While invisible. That doesn't take out his stealth? Good. Good. Try to see if you can AoE down Rick as well as some of those demons. That is going to be a more Doom prog. Just pop it on Tama like a balloon. It's going to go for a bit of a reposition. Try to go for a kick versus Rick, but he does end up going for a juke and a kick of his own with the Axos down onto Tama. Why am I rhyming, dude? Sometimes I start like doing these duels and then I start accidentally rhyming words and I just become Dr. Seuss, man. And I just like I consciously realize that I'm rhyming, and then for some reason my brain is like, oh, let's just keep the rhymes going. You know what I mean? And it just gets bad. It just does not get good. Gateway out for Rick to back it up out of this. Looked like he was pushing him towards Tama, but decided to make a bit of a retreat, get some demons out from around the pillar, just socket around the corner. If you got a Tyrant on top of it, Tyrant is available. Tyrant could be in play. I think Tyrant, yeah, in play. He's trying to wait. He's trying to see if he can get a juke out onto Tama. Does go for the Tyrant either way. Tama backing away from all those pets. I don't know if you got a Freeze or Ring of Frost or anything like that. Flurry's down onto Rick. If you can control those pets, you might be okay. Haven't you go block though? Breaking away immediately, however. Got himself a Nova. He separated from the pets for a second. Icy Veins is up. Hold on. Trying to make a play. Soul ripped out of his body. Cannot go catch his soul for a second. It's right over there though. Pitlord joins right in. And Tama got himself shields. Not giving in. See, this is what I mean. Like, as soon as I start rhyming, I'm just like, my brain just like, do another one. Do another one. I don't know why, dude. I don't know why. Edgar Allan Poe over here. I think it might be, Lights with Tama. Just nothing a mage can do against a warlock, it feels like, man. Nothing. As soon as those demons are out and you're just out and you open with those things for too long, it is done. Also, I forgot how you get that sheep, but I saw a short the other day. It is the Dalaran toy sheep thing, and apparently you can change its color. And then depending on gems that you click, the combination changes the sheep's color. Extension's gonna try to see if he can get himself a go here as a fire mage this time around. Gonna be a little bit less of a busy setup compared to a frost mage. Is he gonna have a chance versus Rick immediately countering combustion with a wall? Rick not giving Extension much of an opportunity to burn into the hellbar. Dark Pact to follow up immediately. He's still got combustion. Got himself a bit of that shifting power. Tyrant is in play with a bunch of demons. Got himself images too. I don't think images could really draw aggro away from him though, unfortunately, but they will be at least used defensively. Got himself a bit of that invis. For Rick, however, he's in a great spot right now. It's a lot of pets, but they're all away from Extension because he actually sat that invis the entire time. I didn't realize he would just sit the invis, but I think that is the play. Just sit the invis, let the pets just sit there because look, they're starting to despawn. That Doom Guard, however, is not going to feel great if you go out in the open. Try to go for a Ring of Frost, but being very careful with all those pets. Best you can do is maybe get the Doom Guard and as well as the other pet sit, or focus on the Doom Guard instead. Try to see if you scourge that thing down. Because if you can take it out, not let Rick summon a fresh new one, or keep that thing low, put pressure onto Rick to either heal it or summon a new one, you might be okay. You still continue just to pummel that thing back to back though with pyros. Those things have, unfortunately, a decent enough health. And I think he's trying to see if he can get Rick to summon a fresh new one, because that will then stun the Felguard. Rick will then be kind of limited what he can do for a second. Ring of Frost on both those pets, but that's going to be ASUS. Rick is the one trying to see if he can position around the corner. Got himself a good proc of demons and everything. Big defensive. A kick by Extension, but I don't think it actually landed. Extension ripping the soul out of Mage's body. Does limit the amount of damage he can do, but also he's healing behind the pillar as well. But he's still got combust. Double blink, trying to see if he can stay in there. Mortal Call right after. Got himself a block. Not going to go for the block cauterize. Going to separate the two. But this gives Rick an opportunity to get all the pets and a Tyrant. So you're literally walking into just a army of demons. Unless you can Nova them. Just get away. Yeah, there goes the Nova. Unless you can Nova. But this is where Rick is just going to back away. You just got to let the pets do work. He's just trying to see if he can position the pets with you and keep you away. I think it's just over, right? Yeah, Extension is like, you know what? This is just getting silly. I'm done. I'm done. Unless he's waiting for cauterize. Yeah. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. But what can you do? Goaris looks like he's going to be up next. Immediately surrounded by demons. Instantly. I don't even know if he's going to be able to make it to Rick all that quickly. Because Rick's just got a lot of pressure from a distance, man. This is going to be a full... Was that Pit Lord for a second? It was a Pit Lord. Just can't quite reach him though. Goaris at least has healing. And he can dot up the pets. So then he can melt them hopefully over time. There's going to be Dark Ascension. Potentially big damage with a Halo. Rick able to back up out of there. The fact that he's playing Drag Tier 2, by the way, just gives him the glide ability for just so much more mobility. With a Doom Guard around the corner. Where's that thing? He's kind of stuck on a wall. Try to see if he can get himself an angle. Keep it guards out in the open with a Doom Guard and everything. Look at that Doom Guard go, dude. Every single one of these casts, it actually hurts. Got himself playing Insanity. Every time Rick pokes out, that's going to do a lot of damage. He's got all the built-up pressure from Halo. Rick back it up out of this as soon as possible while the pets are fear to smithereens. And actually, I think pets got double fear too. But they're all back on him. Axtos maybe looking for a disperse here. And there goes disperse. Man, that is rough. With a dog goes back in, he got himself the Hound again, stumped by Goaris. Does he have a proper setup here? Because Rick, I think he's still got plenty of movement. He's going to rip the soul out of the body of Goaris, limiting his damage quite a decent bit. Rick, however, is starting to take a decent bit of damage. Hold on. The dots of a Shadow Priest, as well as the rest of the damage, is starting to build up little by little. It is starting to do work. Hold on a second. Got himself Halo. Axe Toss as well. Rick trying to see if he can back up out of there. He got himself a Dark Pact. Is this enough? Trying to see if he can back up out. With a, what's it called? Charhound? Goaris, Flash Heal. Charhound. He's still alive though. Hold on. He's still got health. Rick is going to be chilling, trying to create a Hellstone. Is going to go for a Mortal Coil. Goaris has no outs. He can maybe fear the pets. Pets do despawn for the most part. Simon Tyrant is going to come into play. He does get himself an image to go for one fear. I don't think he's going to be able to chain the second one. And Rick is going to back up out of it completely. Goaris Does he have the damage? He's got himself a fiend, but that's even more pets around you. Some of them not empowered by the turn, unfortunately, but it still is a lot of damage. I think it's just lights. I think it just might be lights. I think it's 3 down for Rick. Pretty sure it's 3, right? Pretty sure it's 3. I want to see you alive. He does have VE. He's still kind of kicking. He's still kind of kicking. Dark Ascension. Do you have the Halo? Do you have maybe a Silence? Anything available? You can't see if you're the pet. Yeah, that's over. I was hoping, man. I was hoping. Damn. Cobra with an immediate gateway onto Rick. Drop it in Infernal. Back it up out of it immediately. And Cobra is just getting hit by Mortal Coil instantly. Rick needs to get some more pets. He does have a Succubus next to him. Stunning the Succubus so he can avoid the Succubus CC. Literally just CC that thing as best as possible, which is actually probably the right move. Probably the correct move. Mortal Coil does get hit with a bolt. It is going to go flying. It is going to end up connected, but the Dark Pact absorbing so much of it. Actually, all of it. With 44% dampening, Dark Pact is not nearly as strong, but enough to absorb at least a bolt. Infernals do end up spawning him back-to-back Cobra, trying to see if he can get himself a little bit more damage, a little bit better angle. Actually start to push some damage towards Rick. That is going to be a full Tyrant. Another word for a second. Chaos Bolt 1, second bolt to follow. Yet another Fear, another bolt. Needs one more bolt. That bolt might just do it. Rick with a wall still alive. And have so much more damage. Going to send back in into Cobra. Boarding away. Cobra is just out in the open. Has a Warlock Hellstone. Commits it immediately. Mortal Coil in a few seconds. Rick backing up out of there. Trying to see if he can stay away. Mortal Coil running behind the pillar. Cobra needs a couple more casts. It does end up taking down Rick. Took a second. But does end up taking him out. Well done. Well done. Holy, who's up next, dude? It's got to be either Shallan, either Saya, or Filled. One of you guys got to go. We're 9 minutes into this match. 49% dampening. There's only so much you could really do in this current moment. Question is, though, what can you do? I think actually maybe in the high dampening with double pally playing correctly, I think getting past Cobra might be doable. But for Cobra, Shallan is the better matchup, actually. Because you might be able to whittle him out. It is a caster. Plus, you have a Succubus on top of it. Might be decent enough. It's going to go for a Fear in the opener. For Shallan, they just got to go and get those rifts. The more rifts, the merrier. That's all you got to do is go for rifts behind the pillar and you're okay. Bolt. Oh, what the hell was that? That was just a nice setup with the Chaos Bolt. I think he faded, but the fade fell before the bolt connected. That is so rough. Oh, no. Build is up next. Immediately get hit with a Succubus CC. A Cobra, if you got yourself more damage, it's got an Infernal. Immediate immunity to magic damage. If you got yourself a Gateway, just to get away from Pally for a second, you might be okay. Does go for the Gateway. Phil knows exactly where the man is going to go. Does get himself a Demonic Circle. Dark Pact right after. Reflect for a second in case there's going to be a Hodge. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't Hodge himself back off of this, though. Needs a Mortal Coil. Needs something. Succubus catch him for a second. Bolt 1 does not get kicked. Got a juke. That's a Bolt 1. Second bolt to follow with an Overlord. Mortal Coil right after. Maybe looking for a bubble here. Cobra got himself a port set up and ready to go. In case anyone needs to. Picked up a little bit of health. Shadow Fury. There goes the bubble. This way you gotta move. Moving. Schmoving. Grooving. And Phil needs to get over there as soon as possible, but he's slowed down with a Chaos Mother positioned so perfectly. Look at that. That's such free damage right now. And Cobra actually able to pick up a first aid. No more trinkets, no more big defenses. Dark Pact coming in very soon, but that Dark Pact is waning and 60% dampening. Barely going to be able to do much. Filled, no bubble. Maybe Lay in Hands still available. That Lay in Hands may actually be the game changer for him. Cobra needs to make sure he's got plenty of range. Plenty. Oh, that Nether Ward into Reflect is so good. Oh, that was so good. You gotta love that Nether Ward, dude. Oh, Paladins. They always like to start with a Hodge and then have a go. The only Paladin that doesn't do that is Saya. He is so, like, unpredictable with his Hodges. He plays against a lot of warriors, though, so he's so used to, like, trying not to get reflected with a Hodge. But actually delayed by a second. That was so good for Cobra. Saya immediately tried to see if he could rush the damage onto Cobra. Does he have a Gateway? I think he does have a usable Gateway. Stun. Succubus maybe can catch him? Succubus? No, Succubus not catching him. Mortal Coil does connect. Saya limited how much damage he was going to go for. Into immunity. There goes the Gateway. Yep, there goes the Gateway. Succubus even goes taking the Gateway too. Cobra tried to see if he can back up out of there. Has a wall. And actually may be the play. Reflect for a second. Saya with a blind as well. But Cobra goes for Trinket. Hold on. This might be a weird play for Cobra though. Might be an unfortunate play. He does have the Overlord tossing the axe to the wall. Stun on those pets. Corby does get hit with a Dawnlight. Saya also going for Dawnlight on himself to help himself heal. Slowed down by the Succubus. Mortal not available. Maybe Succubus CC? Does he get Succubus? He does get Succubus CC. Bubble out for Saya. I don't know if he's got a port. He does have a port. Backing away for a second. Staying away from Saya while he's got an immunity. Mortal back up very, very soon. Dark back very, very soon. Stun onto Saya, which is so perfect. Mortal is available. Slowing Saya down. Wait, Colbert might actually be able to bring it back. Might be able to bring it back. Saya maybe has lay on hands. Is it going to be enough though? Because one big stun lock CC might just do it. Corbin picking up a lot of healing. Overfiend does join in. There's going to be a bunch of free bolts on the side. He does not want to take the bolt damage. With the Succubus catching him immediately. Chaos Bolt right after this. You have double bolt. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. But that one bolt did a lot. Another word? Oh, I pressed another word a little early. Oh no, so now he can be stunned. Mortal Call. Fear spam. That's all you can do right now. You gotta fear spam him out. If you can kill him right here, this would be the play. Going in for Ruination. Bitlord does connect. Oh, Saya's so low. He goes for a heal. Shield of Vengeance. He just needs a stun and he might just take it. Unless Succubus can catch him really quick. Colbert needs a defensive. Warlock Houston would help as well. Warlock Houston used immediately. Stun. Succubus CC needs to connect. Does kick it. Colbert doesn't need something, anything to live. Oh, port. Succubus catches Saya. I think you just end it. I think you have to end it. Trinkets out of it. Mortal very soon. Dude, wait a second. Hold on a moment. Wait a second. Could be anyone's game right now. Saya does have himself a little bit of self-healing going. Colbert have himself a Dark Pact. Netherward is up. Mortal available. He just needs to catch Saya out in the open with a couple of bolts and he might just do it. Hold on a second. Trying to see if you get Succubus around the corner. It is going to connect, right? He has a rebuke ready for it. Reflect up, Mortal. He does go for the Hodge. Wait, Netherward did nothing for some reason. Why did Netherward not do anything? Drop it down Infernal on him. I think the Infernal just kills. He just needs to live. Just needs to live. Just needs to live. Just needs to live. Whatever damage you got is whatever damage you got. Dawnlight is hurting. Not feeling good. No! Oh, so close! Even so with the Overlord, but that thing was not enough. Wow, that was such a close duel between the two. Eloise, you cannot be letting Saya get a full reset at 80% dampening. It is way too high dampening. Eloise, you just have to give him a nice bow and just let him get one regen and just go in. He cannot heal fully unless he can lay in hand himself. Upload with Sank. Well done. Wait, did you Hodge yourself with Sank? Is that what happened? Because it looked like the Hodge still went through, right? Am I wrong about that? Did you Hodge yourself with Sank? I can't even tell. Saya is super, super low. Eloise just needs to get over that. Dawnlight is on Eloise. You gotta. Okay, so wait, you use immolation or like 3 times there. Does not remove a slow from you? What is it? What is it that slows you? Like behind the pillar. What is it, Pally? I thought the slow was a magical slow because you cleanse yourself 3 times. Nothing. Sank was epic. Yeah, that was that it. Saya brings it. I can't believe it. Corbry was doing such a good job, but man, Rick also was doing a really good job too. But Saya does bring it back for his team. That's some wild moves right there. Alrighty, boys. I think we're done for the evening. I think we're done for the night. Something smells like it's burning, so I'm going to see if my house is on fire. But you guys have a wonderful evening, though. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy the duels. Tomorrow, we got more duels over on the EU. Hope you guys have fun with it, yeah? But yeah, we got ourselves lots of cool stuff with 11.2. We got 11.17, and we got a lot of cool stuff happening for a while, man. It's pretty neat. Tomorrow, more duels. We'll have Johnny in, but Plush most likely won't be here, so I'll just lead another group. And we'll most likely get like somebody to lead it. Maybe like Rick. You're pretty regular here, right? But yo, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. GG's. Appreciate you all joining. Hope you guys enjoyed. Always fun hanging out with all of y'all. And I'm gonna go get some food. Спасибо за boys. Спасибо, друг. Night, boys. You guys have a good one. Be back tomorrow. We get more duels in. So if you didn't get to play tonight, you also will get a chance for tomorrow. But yo, also it would be kind of fun to do duels in PTR sometime, don't you think? Maybe we could do NA and EU. If we have bodies join on PTR, that could be fun, right? Maybe mess around with that sometime. That could be cool. As we get more like class changes in. There's a bunch of PvP. Oh, I gotta do a whole video on PvP class talents. There's a bunch of them apparently as well. But yo, you guys have a great one. Catch you all next time. Peace.
But with you, a tripod on the left side, put it up in your eye. It's gonna be hard. You run, drive, roll your mind. You run, drive, roll your mind. You run, drive, roll your mind. You run,
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings and rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Let you down, but you get up. They let you drown, but you don't stop. You show 'em you're a phoenix.
Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo.